microphone today. Rusty Man, boom! Man, this is gonna be lit! What's up, everybody? This is Going Hard 2 coming up in the house. Stepping out here to make sure y'all done took care of them dogs before you sit your asses down. You took care of them chains. Take care of that food. Huh? What's up, fellas? That's right, y'all. Talk Shit Tuesday. Major game plan in the system house tonight. What's up, fellas? What's up? That's right, y'all. We done bought in another legend. Oh, this one right here, this one got stripes, big stripes. You already know who that is. That's right, RASTAMAN Boone. I want to make sure before we get this thing started out, man, let's holler out there to make sure Mr. RASTAMAN Boone is in the house. RASTAMAN, can you hear me, baby?
Yes, man. Yes, sir. Yes,
Thank you for coming, big bro. Thank you for coming. It's a privilege and a pleasure.
Yeah, massive. Are you ready?
That's what I'm talking about. Y'all need to be ready for this ride. Come on now. All right, guys. Y'all make sure y'all hit them likes. All you newcomers, welcome for coming. Don't forget to hit them subscribes. Best way to keep this channel up and support it, guys. Come on now. We gotta support the great ones when they come up in here. I hate to see them come up in here and I ain't dropping no change to let them in now. Come on. Come on. Show them how you show that appreciation, guys. That's what it's all about. Show that appreciation, show that love. Keep it going. To get them likes up, get the subscribers up, and throw in that support. I'm going to cut this thing loose to RASTAMAN. RASTAMAN.
Brother, what you got?
It's been a pleasure for you coming here, bro. I want to crank this thing up. I got some thank yous right off the back already. Mr. Wee Moon. Wee Moon. What's up, man? Special love. Shout out to Wee Moon. Man, you show great love all the time, bro, and it's definitely appreciated. Hats off to you, bro.
We moon. We love that. We moon.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, I'm gonna start this thing off like I said. This is one of the guys when I came into the game, he was already a legend. All right? I played catch up. That's what I could call myself. I played catch up just to reach my hand out there. So when he passed the baton, I'll bump a nigga out the way and grab it. That's how I got him on the show. He running that long track, I had to run him down. Somebody trying to get the stick before me. But yeah, this is a big privilege. I just seen him in a lot of places, seen him do a lot of great things. He was real surprised that I've seen a lot of stuff. That guess what, y'all? Y'all gonna really enjoy this story, because guess what? When I say thumbs up, them thumbs up, that means, guess what, man? I was there to definitely confirm the story is legit. And he should have some great stories. So y'all sit back and enjoy the show, because I am. You know, I got some work to do. I want to pull up Lady Stone, her Pedigree, and things like that, but it's going to be a story. I want to see him go through damn near all 5 matches, because, you know, she did whoop 2 champions, 4-time winners too, okay? So let's not get that thought out your heads. Keep that thought right there, and we're going to be right with you there. Big Bro, this is your show. I'm just a guest today. You guys, this is all your show. Anything you need? Lady Stone, I'm sorry, Lady Stone, I didn't want to disrespect that. You know how I get when I start getting hyped. Lady Stone. Okay, but I'm gonna cut this thing over to you, big bro. I'm gonna be going through some things, and I might stop in there and reiterate some things, or I might say something about some questions that might show up on the chat. Okay, so up to that point, you know how to do this, man. So I'm gonna let you do this, big bro. It's all you.
Whatever. However, man, I'm with it. I'm with you, bro. However, I'm with you.
Hey, big bro, look, can we start off by knowing when you started? Give us a little update and background for the guys that really don't know.
Well, you know, my uncle, you know, we've always had dogs, you know, had yard dogs, guard dogs, you know, and back then, you know, German Shepherds, you know, was something that we all kept. And then we you know, let them see what's going on, you know what I mean? And we, a friend of mine had a bulldog mixed with what what was it? Irish settler or something. It was mixed, but it had the body and the look of a pit bull, but had the hair like Irish settler. We said it was a bird. But anyway, I had an old shepherd, and we cut the shepherd loose on him, and man, I'm like, damn. The way he locked on the shepherd, and the shepherd, and believe it or not, as we move on, the shepherd turned out to be a pretty good dog after that. But anyway, the mix got on him and man made him piss and shit, and he took off running. I couldn't catch him. And I said, damn, I kept calling him, trying to run behind him, and he kept going. I guess he looked back at me and said, motherfucker, I ain't no way I'm staying over there.
So I mean, you back at the house.
Yeah, but there's no lie, man. So I rolled around about 2 hours trying to find him, and I couldn't find him. So I said, well, shit, I'm going on home, man. I went to the house, man, he on the porch. He done beat me home. I was like, wow, man, I couldn't believe that. But anyway, so another kid had one. I said, well, I'm gonna try him on him, and he was mixed too. And oh man, and those shepherds figured out how to box. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And he boxed that one out. I said, well, man, I said the shepherd is, pretty good, but we gonna just let him be a guard though. And I said, I gotta get me one of those. And a guy I knew that was in the neighborhood, he had a male and a female, and he had some puppies. So I said, yo, man, I'd like to get one of them puppies. He's like, no, come back, this, that. I said, all right, cool, I'm come back. So the 2 puppies that I wanted, he wouldn't let me have neither one, but one of the puppies had got hit by a car, and it broke his back leg. So I was like, shoot. I said, shit, I'll take him. He said, you want him? So I think he let me have him for $50. It was real cheap, wasn't it? And so when I got him, I was like, oh man, we're gonna make something out of you. And I know they looking at you like you ain't gonna never be nothing, but we gonna come back and whoop all them. You know what I mean? That's the attitude I had. You know what I mean? So I took him home and and I doctored on him and trying to heal that leg, but the leg just stayed straight. It didn't have no more bend to it. It didn't bend at the knee or nothing like that. It just stayed still straight. And so, and I kind of practiced with him a little bit. I named him Troll, called him Troll. And the reason why I named him Troll, because the old Trojan would be under the bridge, trolling the bridge, you know what I mean? And so I called him Troll. And man, when he first started out, I would take him and put him on his brother, and his brother would whoop him up pretty bad, My buddy, had him. Matter of fact, he got the 2 that I wanted. And so he would whoop up on Troll pretty good, And I was like, okay, no problem. I take him back. He said, you need to go on and get rid of him. You need to do this. You need to do it. He ain't shit. This, that. And I said, yeah. I said, okay. All right. No problem. I take him back home, play with him, take him walking, you know what I mean? And, sometimes people laugh at him, you know what I mean? Because, he had that it wasn't hot. It was just broken. And the way he walked, it was like kind of hop along, like a hop along Cassidy almost. But anyway, I said, well, damn, we'll take a look at him. So I put another one on him and took a look at him, and he kind of got into a little groove with it. And I was like, okay. I said, a lot of mistakes, things that didn't happen, but he fought back And I was just amazed that he went from not doing anything to actually doing something. So I said, okay, all right. I said, I'm just gonna try it again. Try it again. And this time, he like tucked his leg. He threw his leg between the two front legs, and he would be maneuvering. Don't ask me how. They had that broke leg between the two front and the back leg maneuvering. I don't know how he did this shit, but that's how he would maneuver a little bit. And so I was like, dang, I said, man, he gonna be all right. So one day I put him down, left him down about 30 minutes, and boy, he was, man, and then when I was trying to hold him on the scratches, he wanted to bite me. I'm like, yeah, man, he done went from non-existent to all out now. You know, he's like all out with it. I'm like, okay. So I go back to my buddy. I said, yo, man, I said, you want to put his brother back on him again? Now, this time I put him on. Now, we ain't going to stop it. We ain't going to stop it. I said, yeah, okay. Man, he whooped the shit out of his brother. Brother was at least 10 pounds bigger than him. And he became victorious. And I was like, so to me, that taught me something. It was like, even though one act like he's trying to do it and not wanting to do it, that don't mean he's out of it. All that means is he just ain't ready. To me. Now maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong. But I've seen this happen a million times, and so when Cho got me going, I was like, oh man, I got to get me some more. So I met an old guy named GR.CH, and he had a female he wanted to get rid of. So he said, we got the papers. I really didn't care nothing about no papers, man. I wasn't really interested in no papers, man. I never had. I just wanted the dog. And so, man, we got her, man, and got her going. And shoot, man, I was like, oh, man, we off to the races now. And so now we're in the neighborhood, and all right, well, do this, do that, this, trying this, trying that, And so now it's like, okay, you can have one that has natural ability and be naturally athletic, but it's a thing called conditioning, and those two things will go together real well if you do it right. And so I wanted to understand that part. And so got to talking to Lonzo Pratt and kind of vibing him a little. And every now and then I would go down there, look at, check the rolls out, this, that. But I just wasn't interested in shoveling shit for me. I never was. And like if I went to a friend's house and he was cleaning up and I wanted to help him clean up, I don't mind. I didn't mind doing something like that. But per se, I'm gonna come to your house and shovel shit to learn about these dogs. No, I didn't want to do it from that perspective, because that ain't what I wanted to do. I wanted to, to me, I believe success comes in the best form from the ground up. It's different if you come into a situation where, everything laid out and then you just taught and shown how to operate through it. But, when you go through the grind, from nothing, just, and, what I mean? And so, as we moved on, then, I met Mr. Whitley. I met Butch Fox. We was over in the hood one day, and this guy pulled up with a Datsun 240 with a bulldog with the size of almost the back window in the car. I'm like, damn, what kind of fucking bulldog is that? I'm like, shit. I said, hey man, how you doing? We got to talking. said, yeah, I like bulldogs too, man. He said, yeah, I do too, man. He said, shoot, I got a few of them. I'm like, yeah, okay. So we talking and everything, and he said, I got another friend that got some dogs too. He said, I tell you what, you come over my house, and we'll go over there and check his yard out. So I'm like, okay, cool, shit. So I go over there one day, and so we goes over to Mr. Whitley's house. And that's when Mr. Whitley had all Zebo dogs, all Zebo dogs. So I'm just amazed to see all these dogs, and then I see bush dogs. I'm like, damn, man, these dogs are nice. You know what I mean? So, time going by, I said, shoot. So I said, I tell Mr. Willie, I want to buy a couple. I tell Butch, I want to get a couple from him. And he said, now, Butch always tell me, Boone, you can't buy a better dog than I can breed. He said, you can go buy any dog you want. And so, my ego, and I'm like, okay. He said it, I'm gonna go do it. So I go to Miss Lopez, not Passive, but the mother, and the mother of Passive, and I said, well, I want to get, and she said, well, you can get this male right here, and his name was Copper John, man, he was on 5'2". I mean, man, had never been touched. Well, he was screaming to get the end. So I took him and I looked at him a little bit, man, and man, he did good, man. I was like, yeah. Papa John over there, and he said, Boone, he said, you sure you want to do this? I said, yeah, man. He said, Boone, you got a puppy there, man. You ain't got no dog. You got a puppy. I said, shit, he's 16 months old. And he said, that's a puppy. So I'm like, shit, I want to look at it. And so he put Little Stone, which was Lady Stone's father, and put him on in there. Man, that's the first time I ever seen a dog get his skull crushed. I had never seen that. And I was like, wow, how in the hell a dog can do that? Just crush a motherfucker's skull and just biting him, you know what I mean? I just didn't know dogs could bite like that. I mean, at that time, I really didn't. And I was like, man, listen, man. I said, look, you're going to have to, and Copper John, he passed, after that, he wasn't the same no more. It was just like his equilibrium was gone. But anyway, so I was like, yo, Butch, I said, look, man, you don't have to let me get a couple of them dogs right there, man, I said, okay, when I get some pups out, I'll let you get them. And before we got to all that point, I had some other dogs, and we was trying them, because, when you first get that energy, it's like you trying to get all the dogs you can, and you trying to do all you can, because you just want to just see what's going on, but what, how, and we managed to come out of there with some real good ones, and moved on, and then when Butch had a litter, and I was like, damn, Butch, let me get 2 of them. No, Boone, I'm gonna give you one. So I'm gonna give you one, and he said, but the other one you're gonna have to buy. So no problem. So he gave me one, and I bought the other one from his daughter, which was Turbo. Gave me 2-toe, and Lady Stone was the only female in the litter. And so he gave that one to a friend of ours named Choker Bass. Good dog, man, good brother, He didn't do no matching like, we did, but he was a good brother for the fraternity, with the dogs, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And so anyway, he had some issues, some things that went on with him, and one of his best friends, which was Feet, was a good friend of mine too. All of us was pretty good friends. Uh, you know, he told Feet he was gonna let him get her, and I had wanted it, and you know, and Feet told me, he was like, "Look, man," he said, "I'm gonna get her," and he said, when I get through with her, I'll let you get her." I said, "Yeah." I said, "Oh, man, you lied." I said, "No, man, for real. I'm gonna let you get her." So, you know, at that time, my buddy Jam had a bitch named, damn, his name, uh, Duchess. Her name was Duchess, which was a sister to Lady Stone's brother, a little mate. No, a sister to Lady Stone's father, a little mate sister. Either she was from the same breeding or a different breeding, because they made that breeding couple. And he said, I'm telling you, dude." I said, "Man," I said, "ain't no way that bitch gonna goddamn deal with Duchess," because Duchess was just a chest-eating war dog. You know, she was one of them dogs, she get in your chest, man, you know, your shit look like a basketball, or it be laying over, you know? So he said, "I'm telling you, dude." So, you know, they said they're gonna get them ready, you know what I mean? I think about 3-4 weeks, you know, a little time. And so I said, "Shit, I'm betting with Duchess, man. There ain't no way in here." He said, "Duke, I'm telling you, Duke, I'm telling you." He said, "I done seen this bitch go, Duke." I said, "Yeah, they said she wouldn't fight." You know, you talking about Lady Stone, right? They said she wouldn't fight. He said, "Duke, I'm telling you, the bitch is on. The bitch is on." I'm like, "Yeah, right. Okay." I said, "But you putting on Duchess? You crazy as hell, man." So anyway, that day came, and you know, and I'm betting on Duchess. You know what I mean? And he said, "I'm telling you, Duke, man, we cut him loose." You know, Jam did. And man, she just whooped the shit out of Duchess. I mean, just, you know, it was ugly, man. And I was like, "Damn." I said, "I thought they said the bitch wouldn't fight." He said, "I'm trying to tell you, Duke, the bitch will go." I said, "Man, is you gonna let me buy the bitch or what?" He said, "Duke, I'm gonna let you have her, but I gotta heal up before I give it to you. I can't give it to you like this." I was like, "Nigga, quit bullshit. Let me have a goddamn dog." He like, nah, man, I'm not gonna give it to you until I heal up." I said, "Okay." So I'm thinking, he bullshit. So one day I get a call. He said, "Hey, man," he said, I'm bringing the dog to you." I said, "You gonna bring her to me?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "Man," I said, "Are you serious, man?" He said, "I'm on my way to your house, man." I'm like, "Oh, man, I'm just anxiously waiting, man." Man, he got here with her. I was like, "Oh, shit, man." You know, I still got a bunch of dogs, you know, but man, I'm just happy to have this dog, because I seen what she did to a dog we thought it couldn't be touched. She just destroyed her, right? And so we, and then we looked at her brother, her two brothers, and I thought, I thought all both of them was gonna do real well. I really did. Not all both of them, all three of them. And I matched Two-Toe, and he went like an hour or something, but he stopped. And so, motherfuckers stop, and then got brothers and sisters. You know how they do. Motherfuckers go talking shit, this, that, this, that. It was all good. I ain't get mad. It ain't upset me none, because it didn't change my mind about how I felt about Lady Stone and Turbo. And so, we got rid of him. And so boys was talking a lot of noise from High Point. And they were saying, "Yeah, man, you bring, we got the Cunningham brothers and this and that and that and this." And I was like, "You know what?" I said, "That sounds good." I said, "Tell them, let's get it together." So we did. And we did Lady Stone first. No, we did Hachi first. We did the males first. Hachi, Boomer, Willis, Ike, Cunningham's Boomer, Cunningham's Hachi, Whitley's Ike, and Butch, I forget what he named that mill he had. All 4 of those dogs came out the same litter. They were Little Mate brothers. That was a big litter that Jack Swanson had, and all of them got the dogs from Jack. And so we did Hachi on Turbo, and it was good for a little bit there, but then Turbo just too much for him, just ran away with him. And so then we come back with the females, and we cut Stone loose, and she did like what Saber did. She hit that dog in the throat and never came out, you know what I mean? And so then we like, damn, okay. We got something here. They screaming and squirming, and so the rat was like, yo man, we got another one. I said, you do? And they said, his brother Boone. I said, well, good. I said, we'll do that too. And so we hooked that date up, and we went down there. It was during the summertime. When we first matched, it was in the wintertime, and then they wanted to do it in the summertime. But the whole time they had a plan, which I didn't see it. I just felt like Turbo was invincible. You know what I mean? They just didn't have. I felt like they didn't have nothing to stay with Turbo. Turbo was fast, had mouth, had them big ass hangers. He was a straight wrecking machine. You know what I mean? He gonna wreck your ass. You know what I mean? And so when it all went down, they went. I think it was about 2 hours or something, almost 3 hours, and Turbo died from the heat exhaustion. I couldn't understand why they had that bulldog tied beside a metal building all damn day in the sun. I'm like, they got to be fucking crazy. Got this dog beside this hot ass building, but that was a part of their plan. Let it be hot, because they told them, oh yeah, we got a big fan, this, that. And then when everything went down, the fan don't work. You see what I'm saying? And then they had us in the top of a barn loft, so it heat rise. It don't stay on the bottom, it rise. So you can imagine how hot it was in that damn building. It was hot as a motherfucker. And anyway, it was an epic battle, and Turbo went down swinging, and till he couldn't swing no more. And I mean, man, he whooped the shit out of him, man, the whole time. And in the end, Boomer made the scratch. He came back, and Turbo wasn't able to go. And Turbo went out from the heat exhaustion. Boomer went out from the butt whooping. he fuck up, I ain't lying, man. Hey, I had to see a dog get beat up like he did, and that son bitch was falling on his face, scratching, man. Bloom, 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 bloom. I was like, damn, this son bitch still came. So that's what made me want Whitley dogs, because they was Little Mate brothers. And I'm telling you, man, them dogs, you can beat the hell out of them, man. You can beat the hell out of them. They keep coming. So anyway, after we lost with that one, I don't know, Twin, do you see the record? Who was the second one I went into after Stone won her first one? Do you see that?
No, I'll get back on that, though. Hold on. Okay, yeah, keep it rocking, okay?
But, you got it now?
Not yet. I'll get it just a second, okay?
All right, okay.
Yeah, let me do this. You caught me off guard on that one, but I got you.
I'm sorry. I'm thinking it might have been 10.
Yeah, I think so.
10,
Yeah.
Yeah. So then they talking about Miss Yellow, you know, how good she was and this and that and that and this. And so I was like, okay, well good, you know. And then they were saying Tank was a hell of a conditioner and this and that. You know, Tank been in the game for a long time, so I was like, okay, good. I said that just makes it all the better for everybody. And so at that time, I was on the highway back and forth, running up and down the highway, going all over the damn place everywhere. You know what I mean? Doing this, doing that. And so my homeboy Feet, I was like, look, I need you to make sure this bitch getting work. And, you know, I'm gonna look out for you, you know. And, you know, so when I would come in, you know, I'm like, okay, you got it going? Yeah, I got it. Do everything straight. Yeah, it's ready. Bitch ready. So I looked at her and I said, damn, she didn't look like, you know, she did when I first did her. I said, you know what? I'm gonna test this bitch. So behind my house, you would think you're in the fucking mountains, you know what I mean? It goes up and down, you know, I'm talking about up and down for real. You know what I'm saying? And so I said, I'm gonna run with this bitch through them goddamn woods. If she can make it to the goddamn other side without falling over, then we all right. You know what I mean? Man, we ain't even get halfway, that bitch laid down. I said, oh shit. I said, I need that, man. We're like about 2 weeks out. So now I'm thinking, what can I do to enhance her breathing? So now I'm reading and I'm studying, you know, trying to figure out what can I do to increase the oxygen level. So I'm reading and I'm studying, I'm reading, I'm studying. It's like a mad scientist, you know, because I done entrusted my homeboy, but he ain't been doing what, you know, supposed to be done. So the whole time I'm talking to Stone and I'm feeding her this stuff and I'm like, look, baby, I already know you ain't in the shape you supposed to. I know you. I said, but if you would just take care of this one for me real quick and early, I said, I guarantee you, baby, I'll never let that happen. I ain't gonna let nobody else do it. I'll never let that happen again. And so, you know, I'm talking to her like this constant, you know, I'm talking to her. And you know, and I'm feeding her the proteins and, you know, the iron, you know, and I'm trying to get the red blood cell count up real good, you know, so she can carry more oxygen. And so the night of the thing, and you know, and Butch had died. And I was like, damn, man, you know, all this is for Butch, you know what I mean? Everything that I was doing with him, you know, her and Turbo and them, that was for Butch, you know what I mean? Because he was my dude, man. He was like, you know, he wanted to put him out there, and he just, you know, just didn't have nobody to go out there like I did, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I wanted to do that for him, and every time we won, it was for Butch, you know what I mean? And this legacy of Lady Stone is for Butch, you know what I mean? And so, anyway, so me and her, we in the woods, goddamn full moon. All of a sudden, see, big one, shining star just fall out the sky, man. Then another one, boom. I was like, damn. I said, oh man, that's Butch, man. I'm praying, yo, but gotta bring the school. She ain't in the best shape, and I know it. You know what I mean? You know, spiritually know it, physically know it, and visually see it. You know what I mean? But we just need that higher power to bring us through, right? Mm-hmm. So, you know, Cat talking this little noise, we gonna run you out of there, this, that. It was fun, you know. So, but I knew she wasn't in the best physical shape she could be in. But I knew one thing, she had good mouth. She come from a family of dogs that can, you know, had great mouth. You know what I mean? And her mama was real. Ooh, her mama was nasty, man. That dog was. She was serious, man. So, and I was like, Stone, you got to do that tonight. You got to just bite your way through this motherfucker. You know what I mean? And man, we cut them loose. I swear, man, it's no lie, man. They were going for it, and all of a sudden, Stone started hitting them shoulders, and I mean, was busting her up, man, with shaking her, with slamming, you know, just doing the thing, man. And then the dog turned. I called the turn on 10th dog, and I got a handle, but you know, I was easy to get a handle with her because you know she breathing. You know what I mean? She's doing the damage, but she breathing. I get a handle, get her back. 10th dog stands up on the wall. I was like, damn. Hey, that was close, man. So then we brought her back, and I just thanked her. I hugged her, rubbed her, loved her, gave her everything she wanted, anything, you know, just, man, you pulled us through, girl. And then my buddy Feet, you know, man, just, man, goddamn, man, you fucking up. No, dude, you know. Yeah, right, okay, man, we ain't gonna argue that shit, but I know one thing, I ain't gonna, hey, from now, if I can't do it, fuck it, we ain't gonna. But it was one other person that I could trust, that I knew would do, and that was my homeboy Jam. Now, me and him get on and put him up and doing something, oh, Jam gonna do what he supposed to do. And that Jam, now, when it comes to taking care of dogs and loving dogs, and man, that brother there, man, he's out of sight. I mean, out of sight, man. You know, I mean, out of sight. So then we went on, after we won that, third one was, do you see that, Twin?
Yeah, hold on. Now, I got one thing to bring back to the story. When you went into William Wayne, that was the first one, right?
Yeah, that was the first.
You forgot to tell him William Wayne had won 20 straight matches before they met Stone.
Yeah, you right.
They was on a roll. They was on a roll. So Lady Stone didn't have the name yet.
Hey, matter of fact, that was her first match.
That's right.
That was her first match with me. But like I said, you know, Jam and Fee had built up, and I didn't count it. You know, I felt like I wanted to do, you know, my thing. And but see, if she hadn't won, he wouldn't have sold it to me. But because she won, that's why he brought it to me. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But go ahead. I'm sorry, man. Yeah. Willie Nelson and Wayne Pagan had been on the road, and it was said that they was 20-0, you know, and so but they went through Durant, you know, cause see I thought it was Durant, but then it came out it was said that it was them, and so they had a vendetta, they had a thing, man, they wanted to get back at me because we. No, Stone just shut that bitch. I'm talking about, man, just took her out, man. It's straight. It was a good workout. Boy, that's what it was, you know. And they was like, damn, man, she was just so much faster. And not only that, she wasn't no little 43. You know, she wasn't little. She wasn't small at all. She was a big bitch, man. Big dog. Big female. Fast, big old wedge head, you know, just speed, tremendous smarts. I mean, you can do something to her, and once you figure that out, you know, you ain't gonna do that no more. You just, you know, relentless pressure. Once she get you going, it ain't, you know, sometimes dogs get one down and they just kind of back up. No, they get worse and worse. You know, she just, you know, keep going. But yeah, was there anything else about that, Willie, and you want me to say?
No, I just wanted to bring that to everybody's attention.
Okay.
That you know the odds was not in your favor.
Oh no.
And these guys at the time that you went into them was at the top of their game.
Right. And it didn't matter to me because I felt like at that time, you know, I felt like I was good enough to be there. You know, it's like, okay, when you coaching a team and you got a bunch of kids and you teaching them and you training them how you want them to play the game your way, you see, and as they're making adjustments with themselves to play the game your way, you know, it comes with practice, a lot of practice, you know, to get what you're looking for. And that practice can be games, it can be scrimmages, you know, it could be tournaments, it could be a whole lot of different things, but you got to get that practice to get where you want that rhythm to be where you want to be. And that's what happened in that instance. We had had enough practice and we had seen enough to understand that we could compete, you know, and was willing to whatever, you know, win, lose, draw, or pick up, whichever way it went, you know, was willing to do that. And Willie Nelson was talking a bunch of noise over there, and Wayne was too. Wayne, Willie, they were younger then, but, you know, the Most High bless Willie Nelson, so I heard he was dead now. But he was one hell of a bulldog, and we kept a lot of dogs. So, you know, we could take our hats off to him. He was a soldier, man. I liked the Willie Nelson. You know, bring his dogs and, you know, say what he got to say, and he would do them and move on. So that was the first one, and the second one was Tat, and the third one was
Blondie.
Who else was that?
Blondie.
Yeah. Okay. So now
I got a question before you move on.
Okay.
Now, I'm going back to your conditioning.
Mm-hmm.
Not one time did I ever hear you say you put her on the meal. Did you have a meal?
So.
Did you have a meal?
Yeah, man.
I mean, that's all. I'm just asking. You know what I'm saying? I'm just asking. I mean, you know, I mean, to hear you sit there and talk about you had to sit down and do some research, and I'm looking at you like, damn, Boone telling me something I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? What do you mean you had to sit down and figure some shit out? Okay? So the dogs has always been in such great shape. You know, that would never have crossed my mind. Okay?
Well, this is how you can be consistent with it. As you never stop learning. To me, I think the process of conditioning is everything about its evolution. You know, you know, things change. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Being able to get absorption in a form that is going straight into their system. You know, you got different forms of it. You know, of uses. You know, so you know, me trying to understand that to where I could get the most out of them absorbing and their consumption of the proteins was important. Was important to me. I felt like that was the most important part because I understood what working. I would work on the, matter of fact, I had some coffee meal. I had 2 coffee meals from Wrangler way back in the early days, and I had 2 of them. And then I got the slap meal I had got from him, and let's see, I get him. Got the 2 coffee meals from him. But no, I didn't get no slap meal from him. I got the slap meal from somebody. Oh yeah, I got one from Bush too. Got one from him. And I still got the frame. Hey, this is no lie, man. I got the damn frame, old slap meal frame that I got from Butch. That damn thing, and Butch bought it before he met me. That thing gotta be at least, shit, let's say 71, 72. So 72, that'd be what, about 50 years? No, that'd be about what, 40 years? What would that be? 1972?
Mm-hmm.
What would that be? Is that 50 years or 40 years?
About 40 years, about 50, about 40, let me see, 40, 72.
Yeah, I still got it. I still got it. Hey, let me say this. Anybody out there want to buy it, let me know. I just need to know who the highest bidder is. I might keep it, I don't know.
It wasn't an old Red River Curly Mill, was it?
I had 2 of those.
Yeah, that was my favorite tool.
Yeah, I bought 2 of them. I like them. They were smooth as shit. Yeah.
Then they added that little break to it and made it even better. You know, you make the strength training, all that. That was a good piece of equipment there. Now, you know, I'm going to ask you. I'm going to ask you. Did you ever use roids on her? Because people say, you know, she was so fast, so strong, and had such a mouth. Kind of make her think, you know, well, you shooting her. Because she was muscled up real good. You know, I know, you know, that was that little behind the back throw at you, so I'm gonna bring it out on you.
Let me say this. Let's see. What back then, what I was doing is a lot of stuff would make them feel like. So what I was doing, I was using natural herbs. But
you care to iterate? Do you care to iterate on that natural herb? Can we get a little deeper into that? You know, just to peek into your world. Hey, we got these young guys out here. You know, I know they. You know, I'm feeding my children, man. I'm feeding my children now.
Okay, I tell you what. There's no lie. I used to use ginseng and anything that was pertaining to an energetic source. And but I didn't give them a whole, it wouldn't be like I'm giving a whole lot of crazy stuff. I wouldn't do that. But I ain't gonna lie, I tried a whole lot of shit. Hey, I tried a whole lot of shit. But what I found that was best though is the natural herbs. That would stimulate them just like what the roids would do.
So was her pace a natural pace? That's just the way she was, or she had a real powerful pace.
Well, her pace was she was just always fast in everything she did. Mm-hmm. But that came from the way I dealt with her, though. Everything was about speed.
Right.
With me. Everybody look at things different, but with me, everything was pace and speed. Everything.
I know. I learned that from you. Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yes, your pace was a blitzing pace in a lot of your shows. I always knew that that he's doing that. He's something he's doing because your dogs were real. Dogs couldn't keep up. They could be, the ability was all there, but they would always fall short on your pace. Once you got ahead, your pace took a lot out. And I learned that little concept. You know how, Cash.
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna say this. this is what makes people look bad is when they see it, they don't understand what the fuck they looking at.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll come up with rub, this, that, and everything but what it is. See, it's just like this here. When them motherfuckers running that 400 relay, you got that motherfucker that take off. Yo, then he taking off. And then you got another one, he take off. Yo, hey, if them other guys in them other lanes can't keep up with the pace, what happened?
They start falling off.
Falling off and they lose.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's all it's about, man. It ain't about no run. It's about pace. And I mean, you know, I know a lot of people gonna be mad at me for being up here saying it, but but it's everything about pace and speed. Speed kills. God damn it. When Deion Sanders caught that fucking ball and took off running, them motherfuckers couldn't keep up with the pace.
Mm-hmm. Ohio Cash told me, when he told me about speed and the pace, when we got them rough ass animals, he said, RASTAMAN BOONE shows what a pace, he sets a pace with his dog. And he started, you know, I'm learning from Ohio Cash, that he's using your example of me understanding the pace. Most guys don't come in prepared for a pace. And I think you had and he said Boone would expose that. He would expose your pace. Yeah, you might be able to stay with him, but what you can't do, you can't stay with him long because he's taking you places that your dog ain't been to. See, he was smart about that. And that's what I learned from Ohio Cash, talking about you, about the edge, your pace.
Hey, it equalized bite narrative that.
Yes. I hated to bring that out. You know, I didn't want it to be a closet secret, but I have been over it with these guys. And I told them that, you know, I learned from the best. And one of those things I learned was, when you step in there with a dog that you didn't train for pace, most of these guys aren't training for pace.
No.
And that was the advantage that you took on a lot of guys.
Yeah, they want to walk slow and hang around.
So when they dogs start acting weird during the show, because they don't understand, they didn't hit the wall. And it looks crazy when you still running out of pace and they're trying to keep up, they start acting funny because they're ready to give, they're not trying to give up, but they don't have nothing left.
That's right. They're able to withstand the pace, and because that, they're going to look funny.
Yes.
They're going to act funny.
Mm-hmm.
You got to be able to recognize what the hell you looking at so that you can make it better.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't see that, it ain't my goddamn fault you don't see it. It's your fault. I know what I'm looking at when I see it. If I say we can whoop a dog, it might not be because of the style, but it be because pace. When you can make a motherfucker run 100, 200 miles an hour, and that other son bitch go to goddamn and blow a head gas.
Trying to keep up. They blow a head gas and trying to keep up.
Hey, motherfuckers be crying. Man, they cheated. Man, they cheated. Ain't nobody cheated. You wasn't ready for what happened.
Mm-hmm.
And it sickens me when people say, oh, he rubbed. It wasn't no goddamn rub. It was pace, fool.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I'm going to tell you this story. This is funny. We was down somewhere. We was in the country. And Ohio Cash was there.
That's right.
He said, God damn it, I heard you was coming. He said, when they told me you was coming, I said, I got to come here. You know what I mean? So he said, what the hell y'all got? I said, man, both of these motherfuckers can bite. He said, yeah. I said, yeah. I said, I don't know how long it's gonna go. but them bitches better be ready to run, goddamn, cause we coming, you know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Man, we cut that little bitch, little chicken head loose, man. Chicken head hit that bitch, and I mean, drug that motherfucker. And so they lost. I mean, they lost the wide too, you know what I mean? So we come back. So we had the other little dog. We did him and damn raped him, and man, I mean, you know, I told Cass, I said, look here, man. I said, for doing a good job for a referee, man, here's a stat.
I'm pretty sure he appreciated that one.
He said, God damn, man, you ran off of them motherfuckers. I told you. Because I didn't know the boys, who they were. I just know, you know, they was talking about they was dog men, and I said, okay.
So,
I swear, man, that shit was so funny, man. It was like taking Kennels to my baby, man.
I tell you what, that was a pivotal moment, because Ohio Cass is the one who started teaching me about conditioning. And it was because of that conversation about pace. I have explained to these guys this very same thing we're talking about. I was beating a lot of people through pace. They weren't ready to keep up with that pace. They could be just as good as me, some of them could be better than me. But they could not stick with my pace. I'm taking them out there like an alligator. I got you out there in that water now. I can handle it a whole lot better in my kind of water. I learned that from Ohio Cash. And when he talked to me about it, he always told me about you.
Listen, let me tell you another story. We did a dog named Titan. Titan belonged to two friends of mine, Jimmy Smith and Ricky Mays. And so we got them, you know, the boys done called me like, yo, man, we want you to come through, man, because, you know, this, that, and that, and this, that. I was like, oh, okay. So I come, and so they doing the dogs and stuff. So the young boy run up on me. He said, he won. I said, damn, man. I said, that's a good little dog you got. But, you know, the way he was finishing, it made me feel he was suspect. Because he was the dominant dog, but he kind of played around a little bit, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I felt that if something was put that pace on his ass and take him out there in that deep water, we might change his mind about being there. And so, and it did. So he said, yeah, you next. I said, I'm next. He said, yeah. I said, okay. All right. So I told my buddy and them, I said, what y'all got over there? I said, well, he don't want two. I said, well, shit. I said, well, he'll win the third one. They're like, nah, well, man, he won it at 36. I said, 36? I said, hell, the other one is what, 39? Well, what they want, 37, 38, 39, something like that. I said, well, fuck it. I said, I'll tell you what, we're going to bring him up. I said, you know, the thing we got to do is make sure he's hard as a brick wall. You know what I mean? We got to make sure his body is like brick wall solid. I said, and then, you know, and make sure he can run that marathon, you know, not slow, run that motherfucker fast, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And so we got there to the dance, and man, cut him loose, man, and shit, man, that motherfucker got his whole head taken off, whole head. And man, he run that motherfucker out of there. You hear me? and won like that. And so, but during the process, Ricky, you know, I said, yo, man, you need to come check it. Oh, man, I gotta go see my sister. I gotta go north. I gotta go. Man, nigga, you scared to go watch your own dog go? This motherfucker gonna leave town, you know what I mean? Because he couldn't stomach watching, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, we won with him. And so, you know, pace, man. You know, pace, speed, you know, that, I guess, you know, I probably get cussed out now. Man, why the hell you talking about that shit? But It's the truth, though.
I learned it from Ohio Cash, and I speak about that all the time. I said it was an advantage that I had that I used, and it worked. And I was just a privilege to me to bring that up and give these guys a receipt. For those guys who've been watching and following me, you heard me speak about it many a times. You even heard me tell you about Ohio Cash, showing me about, man, what are you doing, man? And he taught me that case, that pace thing. But at the same time, he also told me where he got it from, which was
Rastaman. He watched me do that shit. he watched me do it, you know, and hell, I was trying to get on him. That was the, you know, when we was up in Michigan, cause
yes.
I was gonna let him see it firsthand. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Hey, but he was smart. I don't know what made that motherfucker not bring a dog, but he didn't bring a dog. Hey, now that son bitch was off. He was Great Eagle was off Chinaman, and I'm telling you, man, good gracious, man. Oh, if he'd have been on some of his size, man. Even when I did him, the last time I did him, he went up here 2 pounds, and I mean, he gave that joker all the business he wanted, man. Went 2 hours straight. I'm talking about getting it, man, and then just, you know, stood in the corner on me, man. Just made me so sad. But it wasn't really his fault. It was my fault. I shouldn't have took him up 2 pounds up here. I shouldn't have did that. Because when you talk about 44 and then you put him on a 46, 47 pound mash out,
20 pound difference.
You know, it's a lot different, yes. You know. And
1 pound is like 10 pounds in average work weight in a dog. So
yeah,
you gave up damn near 20 pounds because that's 2 different weight classes.
Yeah, and but I can say Grade gave it all he had, man. Banged him up too, you know. But that was all good. So you want to get back to finishing up with Stone?
Yes. Now I'm going to take you here back to Stone. After you beat Miss Yellow, Ricky Jones came to you.
Okay. After we beat Miss Yellow, I had heard about Blondie, Mr. T. You know, I used to talk to Mr. T. And he was good friends with Chico in New York.
That's Havana Chico, right?
Yeah, Havana Chico. He was real good friends with them. And he was like, man, you know, these my friends, man, but, you know, I don't really want to see my friends going to one another. He said, I like you and I like them. I said, well, shit, bro. I said, you can keep on liking both of us. I said, all we gonna do is do the dog shit. And it ain't gonna be us. We just gonna do the dog. But bro, I don't know, man. Bro, I don't know if you wanna do that. Man, shit, it don't matter who it is. Let's talk to him. Let's go ahead and put it together. And so that's what happened then. Some kind of way Fat Deal was a part of it. What I mean is, you know, everybody talking about it happening and all this and all that. And so went ahead and got it together. And then, you know, I met Ricky Jones. He had this and that. And so he was like, I was like, well, you know, I wanted top flight, you know what I mean? Because I'm going with pace, you know, like you said, you know, I'm just getting to, you know, that's what I'm thinking. That motherfucker ain't gonna be able to keep over Lady Stone, you know what I mean? I don't give a damn how hard that motherfucker bite. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, sir.
And I know that motherfucker ain't gonna be ready for what I do, because what I was doing with her, you know, most motherfuckers ain't gonna do with it though.
That's right.
Because see, what I learned when I was doing it is you can fuck them up.
Mm-hmm.
You see, I learned that. Because I fucked up some dogs with this philosophy. Because if you don't know what you're doing, you will fuck up a dog, I'm telling you. But I also knew when I learned to balance it out, you know, I like the product, the finished product. I like the performance. I like the way they act. I like everything about them. So we get to talking, and we done got it hooked up with Danny and them, and me and Ricky Jones get to talking. So he like, yeah. He said, yeah, you ain't gonna make it. I said, yeah. I said, okay, all right. He said, but if you do make it, I guarantee you get tornadoed. I said, oh yeah? I said, oh shit. I thought, well, I'm gonna make sure that we be ready. Because not only do I have to get ready for her, I gotta get ready for both of them, right?
At the time, Blondie was a champion.
Yeah.
Let's make that clear to everybody.
And everybody was scared to go into it. They were killing everybody short off. And so everybody was saying she killing dogs in 5 and 10 minutes, she killing dogs, right?
Yes, sir.
So I'm like, okay, well that's good. You know, she killed them. You know what I mean? I don't know how them guys brought their dog. You know what I mean? I don't know how them guys work their dog. You know what I mean? But I know how to work mine. And he gonna have to get ready for this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And so we got Stone ready. And the weight was is 43 pounds. We came in at 43 and a half. You know, I tried to get the half pound off of her, but she didn't. And they came in at 42 and a half. Now, the weight was 43. You know it. I know it. If you come less than that, that ain't my fault.
That's right.
That's your problem. You say you professional, you know what you're doing. I'm saying the same thing. I was just a little wiser. I figured that, you know, I'd rather be a little bit over than under. And I was just a half a pound over. And so we paid the forfeit, and he told me my bitch gonna be dead in 5-10 minutes. And I said, okay, we're gonna see. And we cut him loose, man. And man, when we first cut him loose, Blondie hit her in the chest and just, man, good God Almighty. Oh, good God, man. Man, when that bitch hit lady thrown in the chest and jacked her ass up off the float.
Crowd went nuts too. Crowd, oh shit! Everybody got loud, got noisy up in there.
I was like, oh shit! I mean, I'm looking at this shit. I'm like, God damn! I can't believe this shit. Man, that bitch is bouncing in Lady Stone's chest. I mean, goddamn, getting it, man. I mean, pushing, man. I'm like, ooh. And Stone never looked back at me, bro. She just kept grinding on that big head. She just kept grinding around her eyes. She just kept. I mean, you know, like most dogs getting jacked like that, they start looking to the left, to the right. That bitch never looked for me, man. She just stayed on that motherfucking head. And I say about the 30-minute mark, Stone finally went, you know, while she was fighting the muzzle, across her muzzle, around her eyes and all that, she finally pulled that bitch out of her chest. Man, when she pulled her out of her chest, Stone instantly came off the head and went to the back end. And they got the swapping back in. And all of a sudden, man, Stone grabbed that bitch back in and stood up and took off running. And I knew pace was on, goddammit. We got their ass now. Cause this motherfucker didn't get up. And buddy, man, Stone got to work in that mother. I mean, man, she whooped the shit out of Blondie. You know, I mean, she whooped her so bad, bro. At the 45-minute mark, at the at the 45-minute mark, I was like, if that would have been my dog, I would have picked her up. Cause she did everything they said she would do besides kill Stone. I'm telling you, she was a hell of a bulldog, man. She did everything they said she would do, bro. And I just couldn't see her doing that. But she did that. And Stone got her out, and when Stone got her out, Stone went in that back end, and man, it was lights out. I mean, took off running with her, man. It just, but they left her down too long, man. And she, it really meant, that's what made me go get some Jeep dogs when I seen them blinded. I said, damn. I said, motherfucker, take her ass whooping like that and put out her ass whooping like that. You know what I mean? She put out, you know, she went to someone's ass in the early morning. You know, she went in the chest, but Stone stayed on the head and stayed on that head and grinded. I ain't talking about on the ear. She wasn't on the ear. She was in the eyes and all in the muzzle. And finally got that bitch out of her chest, and when she did, man, yeah, that was bad, man. She just took off, man, and just never looked back, man. I mean, man, I had to snatch her off that motherfucker for us to get out of there. That's how deep she was in there, motherfucker. She was on that motherfucker. I'm talking about she put that face on that motherfucker. Hey, you can see it. Wasn't no coming back. There ain't no coming back to that guy. So then, you know, after that, I called Ricky that night. I said, yo, what is this? It's Boone, man. What happened? I said, we won. Oh, let me call you back. Let me call you back. And so I ain't heard from him that night. Then the next day I called. I said, yeah, man. I said, so it's going to be on, right? Yeah. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. We're going to get it together. And so we, you know, I said, well, just give me a little time to hear this bitch up. I said, because she got on the check pretty good, man. And so took me a little time. I got it together. And once I got together, like, yo, man, what we gonna do? Well, it's gotta be like this. This, you know, the number gotta be this. The number gotta be that. So I said, okay, well, it'll be that. Well, the number gotta be this. I said, okay, that's cool. We'll do that too. Well, I tell you what, let me call you back. I said, okay, so went back to let me call you back. So I said, okay, cool. But then I waited for a few more days. Then I called like, yo, man, what you gonna do? What y'all gonna do, man? Man, you know what? Man, look, you just called Ken yourself, man. Here, I'm gonna give you his phone number. You call. I said, okay, cool. So I called Ken. Yeah, Boone, I know you want to do that, dog. This, that. I'm like, yeah, man, let's do it, man. This for the game. You know what I mean? This ain't bigger than me and you. It's for the game. And yeah, I'm gonna call you. So then, you know, a little more time go back. Like, yo, man, what you gonna do, man? Oh, man, this, that. I said, come on, man, let's go and do this thing, man. This for the thing, you know what I mean? And then during some point at that time, they had brought the professor in, you know, which, you know, it was said he was a pretty good conditioner too. And I know him, you know, he's a good guy, and I think he, you know, he fairly understood what he was doing. So, but I was excited then. So when I heard that they brought him in, I'm like, oh shit, they done got the professor. So now this shit gonna go down. I know it's gonna go down now. So I'm like, yeah, you know, because I'm happy that they got somebody that, you know, understand how to condition a dog. And so I'm thinking, you know, here's our shot, right? And so I called Ken. I'm like, yo, man, what you gonna do? You know, Boone, it ain't gonna happen. I said, it ain't gonna happen. I said, what you mean, man? Oh, it ain't gonna happen, man. What we can do, we can put both of them on the same card and show them together like that. I was like, nah, man, come on, man. You know, come on, man. I said, man, nah, man, we come on, man. Let's go and put these motherfuckers down. You know what I mean? You know. it's for the game, man. No, it ain't gonna happen, man. It just ain't gonna happen. So at that time, I think I had got one litter of pups off Lady Stone, and I was like, damn, I need to breed her again. I need to get some more puppies off her. So I bred my Nimrod dog to her, and she was pregnant with pups. Now, at that time, it was some folks coming around here, and they knew this. They knew that I had bred Lady Stone. And I know they going back saying this and saying that, because, you know, they trying to figure out what I'm doing. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, but I don't know how somebody can be a part of something and then all of a sudden they don't remember nothing. It's like their memory bank go empty. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
But nevertheless, I think Ricky got frustrated with it because he wanted to do it. I feel like Ricky wanted to do it, but Ken was in control of the dog because it was his.
Mm-hmm.
And and I was trying to make it happen, but Ken told me it wasn't going to happen. And so wound up not doing it. And I bred Lady Stone, and then he called while she was carrying puppies and said he heard I had another one. And I said, yeah. And but I didn't know that a lot of people in the country thought that it was Lady Stone and Tornado was going down, but it was Lady Stone and Sadie, because I was trying to get Lady Stone on him, but he wouldn't do it, so I went ahead and bred her. And so when we did hook up Sadie and Lady Stone, we hooked up, and I think we was at Cotton Tackett. I believe that's what it was.
Yes, sir.
And yeah, we was up in Tennessee. That was in Tennessee, right?
Kentucky.
Wasn't that in Tennessee, Twin? Y'all was up there, right?
Yeah, it was in Kentucky.
Yeah, Kentucky. We was in Kentucky. And so, you know, when we got there, you know, boys, everybody get out the vehicle. So I parked down and the field, the big old field, man, it was so nice up there. Oh my God, man, it was so beautiful. It was a nice, beautiful night, man. It was just so nice, man. And so I'm down there walking Sadie, getting her ready. And hey, Twin,
That's it.
Didn't you say something about y'all thought it was gonna be Stone or something?
That's what everybody thought. All we knew was Kenny Allen and Rastaman getting ready to do these dogs. And everybody just assumed y'all two getting ready to go down. I'm talking about it hit the news across the country. That's why so many people was there. All the great dog men. I saw all the great dog men come. So we thought okay, then we see Tornado. We see Tornado, we was like, oh shit, it's going down. Not one time did anybody think that Lady Stone was not there. Not one time. So everybody, you know how it was. You had your split side, you had the, you know, white people and the black people. You know how it went back then.
Yeah.
So, you know, our support, you know, especially, you know, from Detroit to New York, you know, we just think, okay, Lady Stone, Tornado ain't been on nothing like this, because by now Lady Stone had picked up a name. When she knocked off about the Chico Blondie, we was like, okay, yo, yeah, she can go with Tornado. She can go with Tornado. So everybody assumed that it was going down. That Stan, he the one who took me. That Stan was there. I mean, we were all there, so we didn't know. But we saw Kenny when he pulled in. Okay? And we saw Tornado. So we knew then it's on. Man, next thing you know it, man, I see two cars come pulling up, and McNasty and Mr. T, and these boys jumped out the car, bro. And these boys hit these trunks, and they start unloading some guns, bro, look like little bazookas. Start putting drums on these guns. I mean, boom, 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 everybody's just packing up. And I see Mr. T going off. He come up out of there, man, went after Kenny, and Kenny took off. So I'm gonna let you take it from there.
So I'm in the field walking Sadie, and I'm walking Sadie, and I see a big motherfucker running. Oh, oh, oh. I'm like, who the fuck is that? This big motherfucker running. He say, them goddamn niggas. I said, what? Them goddamn nasty niggas. They got my son and my wife up there. I said, oh shit, man. I said, man, you still saying that shit? I done told you, man. Goddamn them motherfuckers. That's what he said, man. I said, look here. So I left my dog with him. I had Sadie, but I left her with him, right? Mm-hmm. So I said, look, I put her in the kennel. I said, look, you watch the dog till I come back. I said, don't you move, you stay here. So I go up there, and I see all these motherfuckers with guns, and I'm walking up to Mr. D. This motherfucker roll up on me, put the gun in my face. I'm like, yo, man, get that goddamn gun out of my face, man. Get that fucking gun out of my face. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Mr. T said, yo, hold up. That's bruh, he with us. So the young boy stepped back, and I said, T, what is you doing, man? That motherfucker talking that nigga shit. I said, listen, T. I said, listen, man. I said, listen. I said, you asked me if you could come. I told you I didn't want you to come because I already knew how you and him felt about one another. I said, but T, you come anyway. You supporting my party, man. I said, do you think I would have did you like that, man? I said, I don't care what he said, man. I said, do you think if you had a party and I already know I'm beefing with somebody and I know you trying to have a successful party, do you think I'm gonna come to that party? But I'm not coming because you're my homie. I'll make sure you do your thing. I said, then you want to do this to this motherfucker. I said, you just had 2 kids. I said, man, what you gonna do, man? Who gonna take care of your kids, man? You kill this man, who gonna take care of your kids? And he, he thought about it, and he was, he was real upset. God damn it, bro, I wanna kill that motherfucker. I said, man, T, you can't. I said, T, you can't do that, man. Can't do that, T. I said, you do that, you take yourself away from your family and everything, man. Don't do that shit. Let that motherfucker go. I said, let him get his wife and kids and go, man. Let him go. Tell that cracker to get the fuck out of here. So I sent somebody down there. I said, yo, go tell the kid to come on up here, man. And Ken come on up, and he jumped in the car, and they hauled ass out of there. And so that was the first date that we had with Sadie in Tornado. And then so what we did is when we got home, when I got home, Ken called me, and me and him talked. He said, look, we can go next weekend. Where did we go? We went, where was we at? It was up in the mountains. We was in the mountains somewhere.
Blue Ridge.
Yeah. That's where we went, and got up there, man, and everybody, they was talking about, oh, your dog gonna be dead in 10 minutes and all that old shit. Well, I'm looking at it. So I said, now, I'm gonna see if this bitch gonna handle, this pace. I thought that the pace was real good for Sadie, but it was Tornado Mouth that equalized it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like Sadie didn't try to go defensive to control the mouth, control the action. She just kept swapping with it, And I said, damn, man, I'm finna lose. I said, shit. how can I win this money, man? What can I do? You know, I said, they said, the bitch gonna be dead in 15 minutes. I said, well, bet. God damn it, the bitch don't be dead in 40 then. They said, oh shit, we know she's gonna be dead in 40 minutes. I said, well, bet then. So they made the bet. But now, you know, see, a lot of people don't even understand why when you go on a hard biting dog, what happens. When you're on a hard biting dog, they hitting bleeders.
Mm-hmm.
And when they hitting bleeders, and you go to leaking, that means you losing oil. Everybody know if you run out of oil in your car engine, then goddamn the engine gonna lock up, ain't it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So it don't take a rocket scientist to understand that. Now, you gotta figure out what you can do to make sure it don't lose no oil. And that's what I knew, that I wasn't gonna lose no oil. And I also knew that, you know, over a period of time, with that mouth, you know, it could change your life too. You know, I know that. You see? But I knew Sadie had enough in her where she could, you know, be there at least 2 hours, an hour and a half, something like that, without, you know, killing over. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so at the 40-minute mark, I said, give me the breaking stick. He said, give you the breaking stick. I said, yeah, give me the breaking stick. He said, no, I said, no, motherfucker. I said, I'm picking up. You win the fight, but we win the money.
Okay.
Hey, when he figured out, he said, God damn it, you shit me. I said, you shit yourself. I said, you thinking slow, I'm thinking fast, buddy. You see what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
So, I thought it was funny because if I'd have been him, I would have said, I bet you ain't gonna win. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, anyway, you know, it was, you know, it was fun, and I just wish that he would have gave me the opportunity to put stone on him. And I'm not saying this in a bad way where Ken was less than or anything like that, because he was a top-notch dog, man. I can tell you that now. But I just felt like, you know, we could do much better, and to me, Sadie was a Yellow John Assassin bred cross, and I didn't see Assassin go, but they say Assassin won 1 and 2. I think they 1 and 2. I believe they both won 5, and she just didn't, you know, I matched her 3 times, and she just didn't, you know, everything that she won, she just run through. But, you know, when she ran into one that was like her, you know, she couldn't raise her level of play. That's what I was looking for her. I was looking to see if she was gonna be able to step her game up in the act of the action to win the battle, and she never did. And she just kept swapping, still giving up shit, swapping. You know what I mean? And but we was the only one ever to win that way, and we saved Sadie. You know, everybody said she was gonna die. She wasn't gonna, you know, be around, and shit. We saved her, and then we sold her to Tom Riley. He came and bought her. And he called me one day and he was like, man, do you know that bitch is the only dog living that went against Tornado? I said, yeah. So I had never thought about that. That didn't mean nothing to me. I mean, I never even looked at it that way until he called and said it. And I was like, yeah. I said, well, shit. He said, do you still have her? I said, yeah. He said, you want to sell her? I said, hell yeah, I'll sell her. He said, you come get her. You know? And so, but you know, that was the good old days back then. Things was so much better. And yeah. And so after that, I said, well, damn, you know, Stone had the puppies, and now I was playing with her again. And so, you know, then I got back at Ken. Oh, man, come on, man, let's go ahead and do that thing. Oh, man, we ain't gonna do that, man. We ain't gonna do that. And so I said, fuck it. So Wayne Pagan and Willie Nelson, they come back. Oh, we got a bitch for that bitch now. We got a bitch for her. And that one, Stone was almost 7 years old. And she was 6.5, almost 7. And you know, and you know, she done lost her teeth, you know, through those, through the thing. She didn't have all of them. And I could tell when I did it that last time, I could tell, you know, she was slowing down. I could see, you know, cause I you know, you gotta remember, I seen her at her fastest, you know what I mean? And that last one, I could tell she wasn't as fast as she was, the other ones, the other 4.
Mm-hmm.
But I still could see that heart and that smartness. And that's what man, that bitch was climbing the walls on that motherfucker. I mean, goddamn, back up on the wall and go down the side of the wall to get leverage on them. I said, damn, man, you know, couldn't nobody believe her because she had that smartness, you know, using like one side of her mouth and, you know, the side that had the most teeth, you know, mm-hmm. And, you know, so, but I still wanted to, even at then, after she won that one, after she beat Cece, and Cece was like 3 years old. Stone was almost 7 years old. She was 6.5. And I still try to get in there. You know, they ain't. I'm sure Tornado probably lost some of her stuff, her hardware too. I was like, shit, we still can put them down. You know what I mean? Because I just felt like I seen Tornado go a few times. And to me, she ain't had the skills like Lady Stone, to me, you know. Now to somebody else, maybe she did, you know, but to me, she didn't have the skills like Lady Stone. So that's why I knew Stone would have figured out a way to whoop her. And, you know, she get that rhythm, she get a route. It's like she run a route. You know, like, you know, when you working out, you say, I'm gonna do 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, 100 jumping jacks, 100 squats. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. 100 sit-ups. You know what I mean? You know, and she like, and then you run your route, and you just keep running your route until you stop your workout. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And so that's how Stone was. She'd run that route, and then once she get to going on it, and she'd just come back to that. She just keep going round and around on it. And I mean, not just in the one area, all over your body. You know, she just go around you. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. To get a pattern of doing it. And so I knew she would do that because that was her mindset. You know, her mama was like that. You know, real fast and just all over your body, throat, head, chest, shoulders, back end, stomach, you know, just go all around you, you know. And that was her signature move, you know, just go around you, man. And then but anyway, so that's the way it ended, you know. We wasn't able to get it and I tried, but you got some people look at the situation, they say this, some people say they don't believe it. It doesn't matter to me who believe it and who don't. It doesn't matter. What matters is at that time, we tried to make it happen. And the people that was involved, they know that, you know. Some folks might not remember that or understand that, but the people that was involved, they know that. And we pushed real hard for it because to me, I felt like that was the ultimate, I mean, think about it, you know, just think about it. You know, double grand champion Tornado and Lady Stone, you know. Now, you probably would have had your most bets on the double grand champion. But the results, I just truly feel and always felt, not just talking about, okay, you know how some people say, okay, if this dog was this way, if this dog was that way in this time and all that time. No, we're not talking about it from that perspective. We talking about being amongst them, with them, with the dog. They got the dog, I got my dog, and I'm saying, let's do it. You know, and I just feel that if it would have happened, you know, that it would have went in our favor. And that's why they didn't give me a shot, because they felt like they had too much to lose. You know what I mean?
Right, right.
Yeah. And you know what? You can't blame them because, you know, but for me, you know, I wouldn't have looked at it that way. I'm just talking about me personally. If they came with whatever and said that it was 43 or whatever, okay, well, all right, it's on. I flew to Detroit, watched Sadie. Then we left there and we went to Louisiana when Nasty did. I don't know if that was, I can't remember who that was. He did, because he invited me to it, and I went down there and we was talking to a guy that had a 5-time winner, and we was trying to get on that one, and you know, no answer back from Paul that had Sable, and you know, because I kept calling him, but he never would respond. So, you know, so we went a lot of different places, you know, trying to put on the you know, the best competition we could find, and not because I was airheaded or big-headed. It was just, I just felt like, you know, we could run that race, you know.
Mm-hmm.
We could run that race, and that's what it was about with me, that running that race, man. Everybody can't do NASCAR racing. They'll talk it. That don't mean they can do it. You know what I'm saying, bro?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now, her breeding career. Now, you bred to Whitney's Ike, right? Act,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Now, was Turbo out of that breeding?
Yeah. I came off Rex Boy and Carolina Rose.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Now, and then you bred Stone to that, right? And that's where Rastaman's Turbo come from, right?
Yeah, that's Turbo number 2.
Oh, that's Turbo 2. Okay.
Turbo 1 was Lady Stone brother.
Right.
Turbo 2 was off Lady Stone and Whitley's Ike.
That's right. Okay. Now,
Yeah,
the reason I'm asking, right? Because I see where you had bred to the poison bitch. It was off of Turbo and Pepper.
Ooh, God damn, man, how you know that?
Come on now, you talking to an old dog, man. Now, come on now. Come on, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it, okay?
That'd be bad. Woo! But you just gave me, I got bumped all over me, man. Out of that little became a bitch. That was Miss Payne.
Yes, sir.
And I want to tell you something, man. that was one of that bitch reminded me of Lady Stone grandmama. Mean, vicious, mean. Whoa, that bitch was, and she was something special, man. I mean, she was special. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. That bitch was one of the meanest motherfuckers, and when she get you down, brother, she straight trying to take you apart. And we got the match at one damn time, man. We couldn't get nobody else to do nothing with her, man. Couldn't get nobody else to do nothing with her. And but we got grand champion JP off of her. And then we had Iron. He won 2 or 3 in Florida. And then I had another man, Profile, they won 4 with him. And damn, boy, I wouldn't have never talked about that.
You know.
Man, ain't this something? Man, ain't this something? But yeah, man. And Miss Payne, man, she was. And then we had Lexus, my buddy Scotty. He raised her, and my brother Pooh raised Miss Payne, and Pooh had him. Man, this dude here, man, you know, he got the magic touch. You know what I'm saying? And that spiritual connection he makes with the animals is like, you know, you got different people that has that sense, you know, to make that connection. And man, this brother had JP. If he told JP to go in the bedroom and close the door, JP would go in the bedroom and close the fucking door. Hey, and Payne, you know, he would take her and be running her through the woods and with the German Shepherd, but Payne would let the German Shepherd know she could stay about, I'm thinking about 100 feet away, and that's the closest she could come. If she come any closer than that, you know what I mean? Get too close. It's like this dude had a nature bond with the dogs, man, that it's so unreal, man. You know, and I would listen, you know, he telling me this, telling me that, and he was like, man, I want you to see. I said, bro, I ain't got to see none of that shit. You just can tell me and it's all good. You know, and so Payne and JP was in the hands of my brother Pooh. And
that is grand champion.
Yeah,
JP. JP stands for jaw pressure, y'all. Jaw pressure.
We took JP, his first, let's see, his first one, let's see, what is it? Okay, first one. The first one was with some dude, the first one, him and some guys, I think they said they did it on an Eric Farron dog that they thought was pretty good or something.
I got most of all 5. I can run them down to y'all right quick so that refresh your memory. Okay?
Go ahead.
It's like I'm a lawyer in court. First one was against Ozzy. He was a 2-time winner. It went an hour and 47.
Right.
Carolina Kennels, Perry Powell's champion boss, took the count and went on 3. Then you had grand champion Bastard Dog. That went 138. Then they had champion Rambo, 3-time winner. That went 58. And then y'all beat Southern Kennels, Victor and them with the Terminator. That went 204.
Yeah.
That's it.
And the thing with them, that last one is that last one they just felt like, you know, the brother you listed, they just felt like they were just, you know, they just you know, they just had a dog that was invincible. But, you know, like we talked about at pace, you know, everybody ain't ready for it. And JP put that pace on him, man. And man, the shit was over. I say the shit was probably over about an hour. Cause once JP got him under control, and cause the old big dog was trying to bully him around, but JP was just as strong as he was, you know what I mean? Just as fast and faster, and you know, and then just start beating him with a punch. And as you know, it went on, it became pitiful. I mean, JP ate him up from his head to his ass, man. It looked like somebody stabbed that dog 1,000,000 times, man. I'm talking about, man, he ate him up from his head to his ass. I'm telling you, when I tell you, I'm not lying, bro. That motherfucker, he ate him up. You know what I mean? And when the shit was over, that motherfucker was so, all right, so, you know, cause, you know, it took a little time, you know, had to get the money together, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so, I said, yo, I said, fool, I said, well, I said, here, I hold JP until I come back. I gotta, you know, go get this money, right? So, JP over there fighting with Pooh trying to tell him, chill out, JP, cause, you know, JP like, you know, he's a soldier, man. He like, you know how like a bodyguard, you know, like is death friendly. I'm talking about to death, you know what I mean? That's how JP was, you know, that's how the dogs are, you know what I mean? That's, you know, that bond, right?
Right.
And man, he and Pooh trying to hold him with his shirt, trying to hold him and wrestling with him, and Pooh said, yo, boom. He said, you gotta talk to him, man. You got to get loose, man. I said, JP, I said, chill out, man. Chill out. Let me handle this business, man. Chill out. He looked at me. That motherfucker stood up like a statue, man. That motherfucker goddamn was flexing, man. Hey, one of the niggas was looking at JP like, God damn. I'm talking about after, you know, he done went, what, almost 2 hours? And I'm talking about that wasn't breathing, wasn't tired, was just as powerful and strong as he was when he started. You know? So, but anyway, I was thankful that them brothers, you know, it kind of pissed me off when it was over. I kind of got pissed off about it because then the guy's gonna say that we rubbed. So fuck you gonna say we rubbed when your ass ran out of gas? Fuck you tried as hard as you could and be your ass laid back. It ain't have nothing to do with no rub. It was everything about pace and speed. This is what kills me. How the fuck can you see this beautiful act and then you try to make it something fucked up? That tells me you don't know nothing about Ford, dog, because you did, then you'll understand what pace and speed means. That shit will wear your ass out and make you look like something ain't right. Ain't got nothing to do with no poison or no rub. Everything about goddamn conditioning. Everybody can't sustain that pace like that. Everybody can't reach that peak like that. But if you get a bulldog that love it and be there all night and he get that pace, shit, buddy, you better make sure your shit ready to go. We went into one of those what's the Woodall dogs? What you call them? We did Champion AJAX. I don't know if you're familiar with him.
Yes, sir. Big Apple? Big Thicket?
No, this from the guys from here this way.
Okay.
Ricky and Rodney. That was their dog. Or Ricky bred the dog, I believe. Anyway, So Joe Woodall, yeah, I think it was one of them dogs. Yeah, it was one of them dogs. But anyway, uh, they was talking about the dog was gonna drop us, the dog was gonna do this, the dog was gonna do that, the dog was gonna do this, gonna do that, do that. Man, we brought AJAX in that motherfucker. And I'm telling you, man, AJAX was biting that mother. And now you gotta remember, AJAX had been done before. And he ain't showing no mouth. None. But this time, a weird Jack dog, that's what it was, not Woodall. Not Woodall. That's right. Weird Jack.
Okay.
It was a weird Jack dog. Not Woodall, but weird Jack. And that damn dog, supposed to have a lot of mouth. Man, AJAX beat him down, made him pick him up. They got the whining and shedding tears over it. I'm gonna pick him up. I said, damn, man. I had never seen that. You know, AJAX brought, AJAX took it to him, man, and then they went on to do him some more. I think he wound up winning 1-4, and but he never showed the mouth that he showed when we did it, and so you know, we had a lot of good things that was going on there. Matter of fact, we had a grand champion Wrangler too. I don't know if y'all remember that.
Mm-hmm.
But I bought him as a grand champion. And the reason why I bought him is because every time I seen him win, he always came from the bottom. And I was like, damn. I said, you know, I bet on him. I made money off of him. And that's why I wanted to buy it. And then I bought him. And so I said, shit, man, you know, we're gonna make sure he can stay on his feet, you know what I mean? So he can get the job done. And so a guy, you know, he wanted to breed his dog to him. And I told him, okay. I said, you know, your dog, ain't nothing touch your dog. No, ain't nothing touched her, ain't nothing touched. But that dog had caught venereal disease. And when I bred him to her, he caught it. And
was it Babesia?
Yeah, Babesia, yeah. Mm-hmm. And I didn't realize that he had got it. And when you know, he had been eating good, doing good, man. And one night, I was just walking through the yard looking at the dogs. And I looked over his place, and he was like, I'm like, damn, what the hell? So I took my flashlight out, and I looked at him, and he laid out. I'm like, what the hell wrong with you? I turned him over, and man, pus coming out of his sack. Right? And I squeezed that shit, man, just like, God damn, man. Ooh, man, it was so much pus coming out that motherfucker. I said, good God. So I took him over to the emergency vet. You know how they had them 24-hour emergency vet? Mm-hmm. I took him over there, man, and he didn't make it, man. But damn, boy, I was sad, man. I bred my fucking dog to his dog, and that damn dog had that shit, and he died from it. So, but you know, ain't nobody fault but mine, because I didn't have to do it. You know what I mean? Right. So right. But anyway, we lost him. But he was a damn good dog, man. Damn good dog.
So talk about Bronson.
Oh man, Bronson. Oh man, I used to, you know, Fat Bill gave me the dog, and you know, he was young when I got him. I don't think he might have been about 5, 6, 7 months, something like that. He was young when I got him, and so I used to tell him, I said, you know what? I said, I'm gonna feed your ass. I said, but if your ass goddamn fuck up, your ass going away from me. I said, you hear that? Boy, he looked at me with them old big eyes and dropped his head. I said, did you talk to me? He just dropped his head like that. I said, all right now. I said, now, when you get old enough, we're gonna go to goddamn school now. So I take him and we go to school. And before we get to class, I said, now, you go in here and you clown, it's over for your ass. You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
I said, now, I don't care what you do. You can do funky moves. You can do whatever you want. But your ass better go back. So I put him down. Boy, he was turning and snapping and all kind of crazy shit, man. I'm like, damn, man, this is a ragged motherfucker, man. You know what I mean? And, but every time I pull that son of this back, goddamn, he went cross there. I said, okay. I said, well, you deserve a chance now. I said, because I did say, as long as you keep going back, you're good. So, you know, I kept doing it. I mean, I did everything I could to try to stop it. But the son of bitch wouldn't stop. So then, you know, I let Fat Bill use him. Fat Bill said he wanted to use him. So I said, okay. I said, I'm gonna tell you something. I said, you know, he got good mouth, but he just funny ass shit. You know, he turned, snapped like a king cobra. He'll raise up on his back leg. Growl at him, motherfucker, and then jump back. That's one of the most funny motherfuckers I ever seen in my life, man. That's how this would do I mean, man, it was weird, man. It's like he would get up on his back legs and snap him. But when he be snapping, he be knocking holes in your head with them old big ass angles. He ain't have but two. He had one top one on the right side, you know, when we finished schooling. And he had one on the bottom side on the, one on the right, and then one on the left. One on the top, hanging down, and then one on the bottom going up. And I mean, he was knocking them off with that, man. And I let Fat Bill use him, and we won one or two with him. And then, let's see, I think I did him, and then I won one. And then, he won one, then I won one, and then I let him use him. No, he made his championship on Rick, I believe. Yeah, he made his championship on Rick. I think that's what it was. Can't remember. But anyway, we did him a few times, and he won. And them guys was saying that he would give it up, and that was the thing. Everybody that jumped on him, seen him go, and they were trying to stop him, and he whooped them. You see what I'm saying? I mean, everybody that seen him go, they said, "Oh, we'll stop him. But with his style and the way he did it, he turned he make a good dog clear out. You know what I mean? You know, cause he snapped him in the face. And I remember one night we was down there and we was at a convention. It wasn't no convention. Yeah, it was. And so I wasn't there. We sent the dog ahead with FB, and so I come in the building, man. We get there, we late, and Bakri say, "Man, Bronson getting his ass towed up." I said, "What?" I said, "Are you serious?" They said, "Yeah, man, that dog fucking him up, man. That was him hollering and screaming." I'm like, "Damn." So I go over there. I said, "Bronson, if you don't get your black ass up, I'm gonna kill your fucking ass." Man, that motherfucker looked at me and came up and went there snapping and biting on that motherfucker. And he killed that motherfucker in the foot. I mean, the whole building got so damn quiet, man. You could hear a pin drop. I mean, couldn't nobody believe here this dog was hollering and screaming, getting his ass tore up, turn around, bit a bitch down, and killed it. You know? So that goes to speak on that spiritual love, man. That's a powerful thing, man.
Yes, it is.
You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
You know, I mean, he was with Bill, and Bill was like, man, Killer, I don't know, Killer, you did that. Man, I got to talking to that motherfucker. That mother came up, and I mean, he rocked and socked that son bitch, stretched him out. I mean, when I came in there, the dog was on all fours in his ass in, and he hollered. I said, Bronson, if you don't get your black ass up, I'm gonna kill your fucking ass. You hear me? Man, that motherfucker looked at me and went that goddamn growling and snapping and goddamn this. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it was a good thing, man. And we walked away from there winning, and everybody was like, man, how in the hell, you know? And but I you know what, man? You know what? I never bred him, man.
He was bred great. Well, I was going to ask you, why?
I was scared I was going to get some more motherfuckers like that, man.
I mean, he was bred great.
Yeah, he was. He was bred good. He had the right stuff in the Zebo and balls. He had the right stuff in him. I just didn't like his style, man. His style was fucked up, man. This dog would raise up like a king cobra, growling and snap at a motherfucker. I'm talking about he have them ducking. They be trying to duck and hide their face. Yeah, dog doing all kind of crazy shit. Man, I don't want no puppies off this motherfucker. But I should have bred his ass, though. I should have bred him. And I'm gonna tell you, man, he really surprised me. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I didn't think he was gonna, man, I didn't know if he was gonna win one or not, but I knew one thing, though. I can't say this. And he let me know this. He said, as long as I can go, I'm gonna go. And that's every time. And man, he had more rolls than 2-3 dogs put together.
Wow.
And I'm telling you, man, every time I cut him loose, that motherfucker went. Every time. He never stood in the corner. Never. Every time I cut him loose, he'd go, man. And so that right there was real impressive to me. And he always lived in my heart, man, because he did something that I didn't think he was going to do. And he had his way of achieving it. And it might not have been the way I wanted it, but he did it. And I'm telling you, man, he turned out to be a good dog. Turned out to be a good dog, man.
Well, I just wanted to feel a fact check on you right quick. He was bred by Fat Bill, am I correct?
Yeah.
Off the Stumper? Wasn't he off the Stumper? Because I'm looking at a pedigree that says he was off the Stumper, bred to Fat Bill's BB. Off of Snake Man's Grand Champion Pedro. And Middleton's Miss Snoopy. He was really like a Gardner's Amos on the top with Snake Man's Black Rose off a Stumper, and then they got.
Let me just say this.
Go ahead.
I know.
Was that one of them Carolina moves? Just tell me. I mean, I don't want to have the wrong pedigree up here.
I don't know. FB called me and asked me did I have any bitches in heat. Mm-hmm. And I told him no. And he said that, you know, he had the grand champion over there. He said, shit, we get ready to do it. And, man, we need to get some puppies off of him. I'm like, Yeah, but anyway, he told me he bred it. You know, that's what he told me. He didn't tell me he bred him to stumble. Now, you know, FB, he was capable of doing whatever he wanted to do because he had a dog over it.
Right.
He told me he bred Bronson. That's what he told me. So, and that's why I named him Bronson. Because to me, he looked like his daddy. To me, he looked like Grand Champion Bronson.
Right.
Yeah, so if you look at Grand Champion Bronson, and you look at him, and you make your decision.
Well, you're right. He does look like Grand Champion Bronson. Yes.
Yeah. And, to me, he looked like Grand Champion Bronson, and that's who that's who he told me he bred. So I didn't see it. I wasn't over there, but he had the dog over there. And he told me, he was like, man, if you got any bitches, we can bring stick them to him, but I didn't have nothing that we could have did that with.
Hold on.
And
he can hear you. Okay, my screen froze, everybody, but you can still hear. Rastaman, right? Throw your thumbs up to make sure. I know my screen froze, so we're gonna do a quick reboot. We're gonna do a quick reboot, so y'all hold on to y'all seat. I know y'all can still hear him, but let's get this picture back up. Hey, big bro, give us a hot second here. We're gonna reboot this thing so we can get this camera back up and running. Okay? Just give us a hot second.
Back or what?
This hold tight. Thanks for holding that down, brother. Thank you. I'm back. Great show, chat room. Appreciate everybody showing up. I had my man, 2 hours of talking. He had to go get him a sipper. All right, so we just gonna. He's back.
I'm back.
Okay,
I'm back, bro.
Okay, thank you, bro. I'm gonna get back into this, and I got a couple questions to ask you. One thing I noticed about you, Boone, you're not really a breeder, are you?
Well, I always believed that when I was doing it the way I wanted to do it before, the police on me and all that shit, I would breed and keep all of them. And, back in the day, you breed, you keep all of them, and you cull them.
Yes, sir.
And the only ones anybody ever got to see was the ones that was ready to go.
That's right.
And so, times change. And because of that, I decided that, I lost about 40-something dogs to a flood. And then I lost about 40 dogs to them taking them,
Mm-hmm.
And it hurts. It hurts real bad, man. If you ain't never been through it, you won't know what I'm talking about.
But I've been through it. So hey, I still go to a psychiatrist and let them know about my dogs. Y'all killed my shit. Emotionally distressed? Yes, I understand.
Yeah, it hurts, man. I mean, it hurts so bad, man. You felt like somebody just violated.
Yes, sir.
What you was trying to do,
So true. So true. So true.
So I feel that I would never. I don't want to ever be in that position.
Okay.
And so that meant that not being able to do it the way that I would do it, like if everything was like it used to be, shit, man, No, I wasn't trying to breed and sell. Hell no.
Right.
I'll breed and try to run that goddamn race.
Okay.
That's what I'll do. Yeah.
Here's a question for you then. Who's the worst? You or True Colors?
I say True Colors. Who?
You. I said, who's the worst? You or True Colors? Y'all were some of the most active dog men during your era. That I was wondering, you know, y'all. Had a little technical difficulty, but we're back.
What's my fan?
Okay. Hey, okay, we're back. Brother Boone, you still with me, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
now I got some more dogs to ring out to you. Couple names. I'm gonna start off with Bruiser. I'm just gonna run them off so you can go through the list as I mean, I'm gonna say all the dogs that I want to bring to your attention. Bruiser, Sheba,
Bruiser,
Tintin. Let's see, Bruiser, Tintin, Sheba, and was it Great Eagle?
Okay. Bruiser, he was a 4-time winner. We took him down south, and I'm just talking about some of the significant stuff, you know, instead of just going through each one of them. But he won his 4th in Florida, and we went into boot camp click in them boys.
Okay.
I think the guy name was Joey. And so they was talking about how bad the dog was and this and that, you know, and I thought that was good. And so they was talking about how hard he could bite. I thought that was good. And so, but didn't nobody know how hard Bruiser could bite, but I did. Mm-hmm. So we dropped him, man, and man, Bruiser went in there, man, the whole dog got in his back end. And, you know, because, you know, sometimes, you know, people, like I said, people come up with excuses, you know?
Right.
And, man, they got in Bruiser back in, and, man, that joker was in there. So I said, Bruiser, I said, show him how you do a back end. And, man, they got the swapping on back end, and all of a sudden, he come out. The other dog come out of Bruiser back in. Mm-hmm. I said, bring him more home, son. And man, Bruiser punished him, just bit him down, killed him. And then after that, we're going for a sniff, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we, I don't know if it was one of them, I think it was one of them Woodall dogs, I believe. And they dog was snapping. I don't know if it was Snowed Up. What I tell you that other dog name was?
Was that Gray Eagle or Sheba?
No. I'm talking about, remember when I said AJAX won again? Remember earlier?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
AJAX won again. What was that? Damn name though. It'll come to me.
Okay.
But anyway, this dog was doing a lot of snapping and turning and hollering. And Bruiser was just dominating him, just dominating him. And then Bruiser, went to trying to duck. The dog was snapping him all in the face and all that, doing all that old curry shit. And Bruiser went to trying to duck him, and we lost going for a split. And 1010 was a dog that I think I sold the dog to the guy, and he decided that 1010 wasn't good enough for him. And so he wanted to kill the dog. And so a friend of mine, Pop, which was related to this guy, told him, said, man, just bring the dog to me. So then he called me. He said, well, man, the guy wanted me to get rid of the dog. I said, well, I'll tell you what, let me come up there. I said, you get the best dog you got. I said, and let's put him on it. He said, no, you don't want to do that. I said, yes, I do. I want to do that. I said, cause if he kill him, he just kill him, right?
Right.
But if he don't, then what that's gonna say?
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, we did it, and 1010 was tearing down the walls with him. Took that ass whooping, act like it wasn't nothing, man. I'm talking about goddamn, stretch that motherfucker out. You understand what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
And so, and I told him, I said, you keep him. He's like, you want me to keep him? I said, yeah, you keep him. I said, he yours. I said, I just wanted to prove a point. If you don't kill this motherfucker, you ain't gonna stop him. You see?
Mm-hmm.
And so he turned around and matched him twice and just dominated with him. And then we ran him and then got a male off of him named Instinct. And he won 3 or 4. And so it turned out to be a good thing, with the 1010 though. And a lot of people that seen him go, they tell you, man, that he was like greased lightning coming across that floor. If you blink your eye, you miss it.
All right.
He coming hard, man. And first time I met Mr. Chambers is it was Mr. Chambers, Perry Powell, Mr. Chambers' son. What was his son name? Junior. We called him Junior. It was Junior. And a guy named Tony. And so what we did, we had 2 dogs hooked. We had Gray Eagle, which was off of Chinaman, directly off Chinaman. And I had a bitch named Sheba. And we did Gray Eagle. The first one, we won that like in short order, maybe about 20 minutes, 22 minutes or less. It's quick. And so that's when we went up to Detroit with him, Ugly, and Hitman. And we, we didn't see. We was going into Ohio Cash with Gray Eagle. That's what I was gonna put on him.
Right.
And we went with Ugly on McNasty 50/50. And we got him from Gene Smith. And, he was just a throw-in more like, because we figured we'd do 3 dogs. And so we didn't have now, what was it, 36, 39 or something like that. So we didn't have one. So we just figured we'd just buy one and just, make the trip worth going. So, but the thing was, we'd do him first. And so we did him first, and he lost in an hour and stuff. And then come back, and we had Hitman, and we did him. And man, Hitman went against the brother named Nap.
Yeah.
And man,
Nap.
They done double up and bet all the money they won on the first one on the second one, right?
Mm-hmm.
So goddamn, they smiling, boy. All of them walking around there smiling. But they didn't know we were saving the best food for last. Man, we cut Hitman loose on that motherfucker, boy. I'm talking about we won all the money. And before we left, I had to lend Pete some money. I had to give him some money. I didn't know we had cleaned him out like that. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. He broke down and told me like, "Well, goddamn, man, y'all took every fucking thing I had, man." I said, "Well, here, bro, take this, man." So he was like, "Thank you, man, thank you." And we became real close too, man. I liked it to you as a person. He had that same energy you got, I got, you know what I mean? He loved the dogs, man. He was a hell of a dog, man. And so, okay, so we did Gray Eagle and Revenge. And Revenge won, like I said, we gave up 2 pounds. Really 2 pounds, 2.5 pounds, whatever it was. And they went 2 hours and Gray Eagle split the line. So now it's time for us to do the females. And so, and I'm talking about Gray Eagle never took a deep breath. Never. And so now it's time to do the female. And we do the females, and man, that bitch come out, jump dead on our mother. Guy named Tony, he had his, with some of that Red Boy Jocko stuff, And so the bitch jumped dead on our mother. And I mean, stayed in our mother. But that little female I had, she was a Jeep bred bitch. She grabbed that mother in the chest. And when she bit her in the chest, the dog let her muzzle go. And when she did that, she curled out right there in the chest. So when everything was over, old man Chavis, he come to me. He was like, taught you how to work dog. I said, I kind of taught myself, learn through trial and error and stuff like that. He said, well, look, I want to talk to you. I really want to talk to you. Now, when I met him and Perry Powell together.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They was together. So I give him my phone number. So he called me. He said, look, I want you to take a dog I got, and I want you to go into the termite. And I thought it was kind of strange. Him and Perry was together, but he wanted me to condition the dog to go into termite. So I said, okay. It's a sport, man. I'm loving the vibe, right?
Right.
So I'm like, damn, let's do this, right? So I called Perry. I said, look, man, old man want me to take the dog, and you want to do him on your dog. Oh yeah, it's okay. You know how he talk.
Right.
So we hook it up, and so it's time to do it. We get there. It's about, man, it's at least I tell you what, man, it might have been 50 cars. I don't know how many cars. It was so many cars. It was so many people, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't know it was a trailer park on the other side of the fence. You know, because I wasn't familiar. I mean, you know, I had never been there. That was the first time I've ever been. And so I'm like, okay, I'm thinking, you know, we in a, you know, because it seemed like it was wooded, like getting to his house. So it just seemed like, you know, we was in a good area, but I didn't know that there was a trailer park next to his house. So we get the dogs together and everything. Got all these people, cars everywhere, people everywhere, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Put them down, put them down, got them, they going there. Big Joe come out, snapping like a snapping turtle, and termite gets into his back end. Big Joe hollering and screaming like a chick, and then he walking anywhere he want to go with termite, and termite got his mouth locked on his back end. Termite doing everything he can to try to hold Big Joe down, but he can't. Big Joe just so strong, you know what I mean? Just powerful. But he bitching out though, you know. He ain't bulldogging with it. He you know, he act like to me like he didn't know what the hell was going on. So as time go on, then Big Joe get on his muzzle a little bit, and you know, got termite, you know, like turning his head, and so I call a turn on Big Joe, and we get a handle on he make a scratch, and then it's termite time to come. You know, he take about the 5 or 6 count, and then he come out, and then we turn Joe loose, and he takes the count. I know they made a few scratches. I can't remember how many, but anyway, on the last, Joe takes the count, and he don't go. So, all right, you know, so as, you know, everything was breaking down, you know, all that's over, and all of a sudden, somebody say sheriff or something. So sheriffs pull up in the driveway now. Now, mind you, I ain't never been to this man's house. That's the first time I ever been there. You know, I don't even know what around the perimeter, you know, but he know. Now, anybody with you know, there was a lot of hype behind it. You know, old man Chavis got me to condition the dog and handle the dog, and old man Chavis wanted to beat Perry Powell and termite, and Perry Powell and termite wanting to prove he have the better of the dog. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So, and I understand all that. But there's no way you had that many people hosting a cookout like that close to a trailer park.
Right.
There's just no way you do that. I don't know. I mean, you know, I couldn't understand that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So now the you know, the sheriffs and shit, you know, they all coming there, and motherfuckers running through the woods about to kill themselves, breaking their legs and ankles and busting their head. And I said to myself, shit, I ain't running through shit. I ain't running through no goddamn woods. It was a misdemeanor. I look like killing myself, putting my eyeball out, breaking my leg, you know what I mean?
Right. Can't see.
Yeah, it's dark with the motherfucker. So, you know, they take our license, name, address, I have my band and all that shit. So, you know, but during that process, before that, I had got into it with some folks, and it came down to, well, I had to take a plea for, you know, what I had did. Mm-hmm. And so I said, okay, cool, I'll go ahead and take the sentence. And before we could go to trial on the dog misdemeanor shit, I'm doing time. All right, so they bring me to the courtroom. Now, this guy, Anthony Robinson, they telling me he the one signed the statement because they didn't catch us in the pit. They didn't catch us in the pit. The pit was broke down, everything was broke down. They didn't know who the fuck was in the pit. But Perry Powell is the one that invited Anthony Robinson. I ain't know Anthony Robinson. If I see Anthony Robinson right now today, I wouldn't even know who the fuck he was. So we get to court, you know, they bring me from prison to court, and I don't know Anthony Robinson. I'm saying he tells me, but before that, I said, man, who would be a good lawyer to get? He tell me his lawyer. So I'm like, yeah, cause then I'm thinking, well, you know, he in the military. So the military gonna make sure they got the best representation. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I said, well, fuck it, I'll go with him. You know what I mean? Because I don't know, you know what I mean? I don't know nobody. I don't know nothing about the town other than, you know, it's on the map. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And so I paid the attorney to represent me on the case, which, like I said, was a misdemeanor. So he tells me, the attorney, he said, listen, man. He said, you're already doing the sentence. He said, go ahead and plead to 6 months. They're going to tag it on, and you just go on, you just keep rolling. I said, yeah, you're right. So I'm in the courtroom, and, you know, I see Perry Powell. He tells me, he said, he pointing out Anthony Robinson. So I see this guy, the only motherfucker in the courtroom with shades on. And so I'm like, damn, okay. So that's the dude? Like, yeah. But that's the dude he invited to his house, which they was military buddies. But see, I ain't know none of this. I just found all this shit out. I didn't know none of this shit. I knew he was in the military. I knew the other guy was, but I didn't know they was as close as they were.
Right.
Okay? So now, I signed the plea for the 6 months, and they go ahead and ship me on down the road. So now, you know, then somebody trying to tell me this and that, and I'm like, what? This nigga said, what? Said that I told it. Fuck, I'm gonna tell it on a goddamn misdemeanor. And he the one set every damn thing up. He the one invited the motherfucker that wrote the statement. Fuck, I look like, you know, well, tell what? It was a misdemeanor. I mean, there wasn't shit to it. You know what I mean? I had to pay a fine in 6 months, man. That's it. And I was already doing a 3 year, 5 year sentence, whatever the sentence was. I was already doing it. And so that was kind of shocking to me that he would come out telling people that. And then I said, well, damn, why would he say that? Because he know that Anthony Robinson signed statements. I mean, he know it. Everybody around him know it. Everybody that knew anything about it knew it. And his best friend, which was Ralph, his wife was a paralegal that went and pulled the paperwork. So why is this clown saying I snitched for what? So the only thing I could think of is the man poisoning his own mind with the foolish thoughts. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Because you know, even after that, you know, we helped them win a match. He asked me to be his corner man. I mean, you know, and we were dealing with one another. So I'm trying to figure out what is this all about for real? You know what I mean? Because he know and I know that you know, I ain't told shit. I took my time. It's just like anything else I've been involved in. I always went on the way and had to deal with what I had to deal with and come on back. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I just think either bruh losing his mind or somebody fed him a stir long enough for him to believe I did something crazy, and it ain't had nothing to do with snitching, like checking his queen or some shit like that. But I ain't never been in a position or place to even do that. So how the fuck you gonna come up with all these little stupid ass thoughts, man? You know?
Right.
Crazy shit, man. Shit don't even make sense, you know? And not only that, you know, the thing that really pisses me off is, nigga, you gonna steal a nigga and then hide behind 10, 15 niggas. All you had to do, if you wanted to do that, we could have just, you know, let's just go ahead and lock it up. I mean, if I'm a stealer motherfucker, I ain't fit to get behind no goddamn battle. We get ready to go, we gonna go get it.
Right.
That's what I was looking for. So anyway, I really didn't want to get into that part, but I have to say this because it'll bring clarity to the whole situation. The whole situation is stupid as fuck.
The story, because you know that got around the game like wildfire.
Yeah, it's stupid as fuck because number one, ain't no fucking way I'm gonna have 200 niggas at my house or 100 niggas at my house and I stay beside a goddamn trailer park. How many motherfuckers done woke up in the morning and heard them goddamn dogs pissed off?
Right.
How many motherfuckers done went home and wanted it to be quiet and them goddamn dogs raising hell? Sometimes we gotta think outside of what we trying to do for ourselves, and we gotta think what's best for the area.
Yeah.
You see, you see what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And I know for a fact, if I would have hosted that thing, we'd have never went through that. Because we wouldn't have never been that close to nobody's goddamn house. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
But, you know, niggas will take sides, niggas look favor, niggas try to make you look bad. But bruh, all I'm saying is this. If we hadn't have been there for somebody to call the police, everybody would have went on home safe now. But because we was in the area where somebody else had a different opinion, and they called the damn police, so we had to go through that. You see? Mm-hmm. So to me, that fell on him. And then the motherfucker that signed the statement, you invited him. They ain't got Boone's name on no motherfucking statement nowhere. But the motherfucker, you know, signed the statement, you invited him, and you still goddamn friends with him. It ain't a motherfucker alive done told it on me, I won't be no goddamn friends with him. You know, that's straight bullshit. You know what I mean? You know, motherfucker gonna do some shit like that and you still be friends with him? Man, something wrong with your goddamn man.
So did you ever find out, did y'all ever straighten that out, why he swung on you? What was the reason he swung on you out of nowhere? Because he had everybody tripping.
I'm you know, like, I haven't been able to make sense of it other than somebody saying that another guy was telling him that I knocked off this broad, this, that. Now, I don't know if that's true, man. I don't know. I can't say. But I can say this, and I know this truth, that I had respect for his woman, for him. Meaning, you know, I never said nothing out the way to the woman, and the woman never said nothing out the way to me. We never, nothing like that ever happened. You know, I mean, the only time I seen that woman is him and her came to my house, and he brought me a puppy. And, you know, and we played basketball, and like me and my kids and him, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. We just vibing, and my wife and his wife, you know, they was talking, but we were never alone, never, no moment of being able to talk about anything, you know? So I don't know what the brother thinking. I don't know, man. I don't know. I just know it's bullshit, though. I know that, and I don't want no parts of it. And I mean that shit, you know, cause you know I ain't with that stupid ass shit, man. You know, my thing is to treat everybody with respect, and if I swing on a nigga, I damn sure ain't gonna be looking for nobody to get between us. I'll make sure we get together, you know, and so. You know, I just thought that it was a current move, you know, and you know, as far as I'm concerned, you know, I don't want to be nowhere with him, and I don't want him to be nowhere with me, you know, and so, you know, that's the way I feel about it, because to me, as a man, if I got a problem with you, I can come to you and say what's on my mind.
That's right.
And if I feel like we need to handle this shit, then I say, brother, we need to do this. And that's what we do. Mm-hmm. You know? But we don't do no curve moves, bro. We don't do that. You know, especially if we soldiers. You know?
Right. Fade.
So, yeah.
Dog man, it paid me. It's like the dog game. Man, you feel a certain type of way because it's coming paid.
Yeah, it's supposed to be about the dogs, but when you can come up with a imaginary thought, it ain't even about no dogs. It's just about stupidity. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. See, you know, if you keep it right, it's gonna be right, bro. You see, but when you start dealing with idiotic thoughts and ideologies, and man, just fucking crazy, man. Shit don't make sense, man. You know, so my thing is, you know, I just, you know, hey, you stay over there, I stay over here. And I'm gonna respect that. You know what I mean? You stay over there, I stay over here. You know? And you know, and that's how that is. So, but it's sad that you know it came down like that, because you know we had interacted before that, and he ain't show me no signs of that. You know, but I guess you know sometimes you know folks feel like they have to be in a better situation, and my thing is, you know, we got to be men wherever we go. You know, wherever we go, we gotta be here. You know, so, you know, there's no room to play bitch games.
That's right.
You know, we're gonna either be straight up or we just, you know, stay the fuck away from one another. You know.
Yeah, that's a shame too, because y'all were both great dudes.
Well, you know, I liked the dude, and I thought he was you know, I liked his spirit about the dogs. You know, right. And You know, because that's what I be dealing with when I deal with anybody. You know, they spirit, you know, with the dogs, and that's how I met him, you know, on the dogs. You know what I mean?
Right.
And but for it to get twisted, opposite of what we was dealing with, you know, that to me that's fucked up. You know, because you know that I could see if I did that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I can see if I did that, then I can understand that, right?
Right.
But none of those things happen, you know, and so you come up with some imaginary shit, you know what I mean? You know, that's some fuckboy shit to me, you know, and then you know, and you still, you know, you ain't vibe me about it, you know, you could have, you know, you could have asked or said or what, you know, whatever, you know what I mean? But you said shit to me about none of the dumb shit, and but here we go. I'm just glad that it turned out the way it did, you know, and I don't mean by it coming to that in that situation. I mean, you know, me not being able to have, cause I'm pretty mad, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm mad as hell. I'm telling you, I'm mad as a motherfucker. And at that time, you know, I'm just glad that, you know, I was, you know, I just would, you know, it ended the way it did. Let me say that.
Well, I'm glad that you brought that to our attention, because, you know, I was, you know, I always wondered what happened. You know, he's a Marine like I am. You know, he was down there in Camp Lejeune for a long time drinking on that water. I'm just telling you, man. That water did a lot of mind things and done a lot of damage to us soldiers down there. And you know, you know, he's still a good guy to me. You know, but I'm a Marine, and I know he was there a lot of years. You know, and he's a hell of a good Marine. But hey, that water did a lot to us. You know, they're trying to take care of us now, but how do you try to cover up? That's just like, you know, the Flint, Michigan stuff. You know, that bad water. You know, we were Marines. We were drinking a lot of benzo and benzene and all kind of shit down there for years, and we didn't know. So Perry is a hard guy to deal with sometimes. You know, he's got, he 1 minute he's in and 1 minute he's off. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, everybody always wondered what that was about because it came out of nowhere. You know,
yeah, so. It came out of nowhere for me, bro, because, you know, had I, say for instance, if I would have known that he wanted to swing, I wouldn't have never walked up there trying to greet him.
Mm-hmm.
You see, I would have kept my distance, and if he'd have came in that perimeter or that line of defense, then you know, we'd have both been swinging.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? You know, but by me, you know, coming with a humble spirit, I thought it was all a joke. You know, I didn't see it like it really being a threat. And then, you know, after you know, he hit me, well, you know, it just kind of stung me. And I just wanted to get to him. I was hoping we just lock up, you know, and but he did the Michael Jackson. He did that shit real good.
Well, guys, we've been on this show for 3 hours today, guys. 3 hours with RASTAMAN BOONE. I love the show. Thank you, RASTAMAN. I didn't get a chance to ask the chat nothing, you know. In this room here, when the dog man got the floor, you know how that go. Dog man on the floor, you got control, and you did a great job, man. It was just such a privilege. I just want all my guys out there in the chat room, you already know how we do it. You know, show that love and appreciation, so when he goes back and redo this, look at this tape, you're gonna see the love and the people that came. First time I've ever seen this many people in the chat room. And I think you
got.
Oh, it got as high as 176 there. 176 in the chat.
Oh, man.
Yes, sir. I mean, and we don't even know what's on the backside yet, okay? You know, you got
let me ask you this. I know you want to wrap it up. Is it a few questions we can answer right
now?
quick?
That's what I was going. Yes, that's what I was getting ready to do. I was getting ready to say before we let you go.
Yeah.
I want anybody in the chat room, if you have any questions to bring up, you know, this is the time to do it before I let him go. He gave you 3 hours of good entertainment. And I know we all enjoyed it and we all had ears in. So if there's anything that anybody want to ask, speak up now so I can let him go. But in the aspect of asking the questions, let's make them good questions.
Dre, I asked him if he is Samantha Jones.
Okay, I got one. Dreadlock asked, how is the Samantha Jib bread? Okay.
Hey, look here. Hey, I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do for y'all. You know, and I've been thinking about this. I've been contemplating on it for a long time. And you know, there's a lot of people really want to know how Lady Stone is really bred and her family tree. Her mother and her grandmother are UKC registered. Back then, that's what UKC was the thing way back in the day. And I'm trying to figure out, am I able to give the information in ADBA or APDR or any registry can take the information and then come back with a 8th-generation pedigree. I'm talking about for her parents, you know, father and a mother, you know, and then I got her paperwork, you know, and she UKC, and I possibly put it up, man, so everybody can see where she comes from, you know, where she come up.
Okay.
What's his favorite gardener dog?
What was your? Somebody asked, what is your favorite gardener dog? Gardener dog.
My favorite gardener dog. My favorite gardener dog. My favorite gardener dog. My favorite gardener dog. It would have to be Gray Eagle, and the reason why I say Gray Eagle, because he gave me everything I wanted, but I pushed him too hard. I took him, he went up here like 2 pounds, 2.5 pounds, and man, I'm talking about, you can see the size different, but he was right there, toe to toe, never turned, never whimpered. He never did no funny moves, none of that. But my philosophy with that pace is, you know, if you can get them back to the corner, get them a little breather, they get energized.
Mm-hmm.
And so, you know, I done lived it over and over and over, thought about it over and over and over. And he gave me everything I wanted. But going uphill on a good dog, it took a toll on him. And he was getting bit up too. You know, he was biting the other dog up and he was getting bit up. And I mean, they were both going for it. And I should have kept him in his weight class. And I think he'd have did a lot better because he was a bulldog. I give him, he was a direct son off of Chinaman, and he was a bulldog. He was a bulldog.
Hey, this is Twin One. Look here, man. Schoolboy, Richard Garcia says, RASTAMAN, I put Lady Stone as the cover dog for his group. Respect you, brother.
Damn, tell schoolboy, thank you, man.
You heard that, schoolboy. He said, thank you, sir. Now I got another question for you. From Provocative Bully. Hold on 1 second, let me get to it.
Hey, thank you for coming in, Mr. Garcia. It's a pleasure to have you, my friend.
Provocative Bully wants to hear the chili bean and cornbread story.
Well, I'm gonna make it quick because I want to answer some more questions, but I'm making it quick. Me and Mr. Willie, they say they want Jackie Potter. Okay, Jackie Potter. So he said, Boone, no, Boone, I want you to bring your dog up here, and we're gonna cook you. We're gonna cook. My wife gonna cook for you. You know, my wife gonna cook for you. And you know, we're gonna eat a little bit and everything, and you know, we'll do these dogs. See, I ain't never seen a red ball dog or a red boy dog worth for shit. Ain't never seen a red boy dog. So we all get up there, you know what I mean? And so Mr. Whitley, you know, Mr. Whitley wear glasses, his eyes kind of big, he big, smiling and shit. Oh, we out there and shit. And so he, oh, y'all, come on, man, come on in. All us, you know, and we didn't, he didn't bring us in his house. We ate sitting outside, you know. And so, you know, yeah, he didn't bring us in the house. We sitting outside eating. And so, you know, fixing the chili bean plates, man. We eating the chili beans, man. Goddamn chili beans was good, man. With the cornbread and chili beans, man. We eat that shit. Boy, we good. I said, damn, that shit good. I said, shit, I'm gonna have to get some of that shit before we go. You know what I mean? You know. So, we went in there and got the dogs ready and dropped the dogs. Man, real big got to killing that bitch. And Durant was there. Matter of fact, Durant was the one that refereed that. And man, Drill Big got to punishing that motherfucker. I mean, just tearing the dog mother all off, man. Just carrying the damn dog out. God damn it. So Jackie's son had a bucket with soapy water. So they said, throw the sponge, you know, give him the sponge. So he was trying to get a sponge with the soapy water, but Mr. Whitley caught it, and he brought it to my attention. He said, boom, he trying to give him the water with the soap in it. I said, nah, man, don't do that shit, man. Put that shit back over there, y'all get a bucket with no soap in it. So then, you know, they moved the bucket and got another one. So I said, damn, man, you know, one, goddamn, I gotta get some of them goddamn chili beans. Boy, them motherfuckers was good. I said, hey, Jackie, can we get some money? Man? Ain't no more goddamn chili beans.
Now, you know, if you had the one, you might have got some beans, right?
Ain't no more goddamn chili beans. Ain't no more. Mr. Willie said, come on, boy, let's go. We gotta go. You mad? Goddamn, man, ain't gonna let us have a little goddamn chili beans. Man, them shits was good, boy. Hey, what's the next question?
That's pretty much it, bro. They basically laughing at your ass. I see a bunch of smiley faces and shit.
Yeah, that shit was funny, man.
One more time for the chat. If you guys got any more questions before we shut it down, let's get them in. Let me see. Other than that, let me tell you how we're gonna do this. For our guest, the legendary RASTAMAN.
Yes, sir.
Y'all know what time it is. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Muscles, muscles, muscles. Roll this, roll this, roll this.
Okay, y'all, we got that bolts and holes on the floor again. Where's that little creeper at? Okay. Hey guys, thank you guys. Thank you, RASTAMAN. Thank you. I've known you many, many years, my friend. This has been this right here is the highlight of my life, okay? To have you on my show.
Yeah.
I bet you all Hubcast and my homeboys in Akron would have never thought y'all have seen this shit, right? Peace out to the AK, Detroit. My boys up in Buffalo. My boys down there in Arkansas. All my homies. Look who I got on my show. Yes, sir. Great show. Privileged to have him, and it's a pleasure, man. This will go down in history.
The legendary, the one and only, RASTAMAN Boone!
Yes, I am, man. Massive, are you ready?
Thank you so much, big brother. I really appreciate your coming over, man.
Hey, man, you got any final thoughts to the chat?
Got any final thoughts to the chat? Any final words for the chat?
To all you brothers out there, you know, people are quick to say somebody rubbed the dog. Stop looking at the negative side of things and measure your works and see if you know, doing it where you can sustain what you're trying to do. You know, because that's what it's all about. You know, whoever the strongest lasts the longest.
That's right.
You know? That motherfucker fall weak, fall short, and it ain't got nothing to do with running. The bitch that's running out of gas. If you driving a 454 and you running 100 miles an hour and run out of gas, it's gonna start putt-putting and clucking and jerking and doing shit it ain't never did.
Mm-hmm.
But if that tank is full and it can perform, it's gonna perform. You know, and so that's all I have to say. But I want to say this too, man. Twin, y'all guys have been great. This been great. We didn't even know that we would be doing this in this time of this, you know, in these days.
Yes, sir.
And it's a pleasure to have been asked of you guys to come participate with you all. And anytime, man, anytime you want me to come up, man, you know, it's always good to hear everybody's story. And, you know, and I hope, you know, the story that I told that was heartfelt and reason, because it ain't nothing about ego tripping or trying to feel superior over anybody or better than. It's none of that with me. None of that. You know, it's always been just be competitive and, you know, and how to drive, you know, to get it done. But other than that, you know, the other stuff don't matter. And another thing, man, you know, if you got a friend that's your friend and he bet against your dog or he bet against your friend dog, don't get mad at your friend because he made a bet. It's just like, okay, if somebody go play the lottery, they gonna play a number different than you. Or y'all might play the same number, whatever the case may be. You don't get mad at your homeboy because he played the number.
Right.
It's that simple, man. But guys, you know, they, you know, it gets so emotional and they lose themselves in what's right, man. You know, you can't. It's like the boss man got a store and then you want to run it your way. You can't do that. If the boss man let you do that, you can. But if he don't, you got to run it his way. So do whatever you want to do. Be good at it, but don't be controversial and don't entertain controversial shit. You know, that's where I'm at. I don't want to entertain controversial shit. And if I feel like there's a problem, I'd rather not be around you, and I'd rather you not be around me, so we don't have no problem. That's the way life should be. But I'm through, bro.
No, I got one more thing, man.
Okay.
As a favor to me, I'd like you to just on the back street talk to the schoolboy and let him know I want to complete the sweep, all right?
Oh, you want You want Schoolboy to come on?
Yes, sir.
That's the completed suite.
I want to complete the suite, baby.
Hey, I'll do that for you. I'll make sure he do that.
Okay, really appreciate it.
Appreciate that.
I'm getting the autographs. Don't forget my autographs. My autographs. I have my autographs. I got one coming from Tyrone. I got one coming from you with Lady Stone. I got Welcome Down Ram. I want y'all great ones and your signatures. That's gonna go on my memoir. I really appreciate that.
And Schoolboy signature and all that too, man. So the whole team, man. The whole team love y'all guys, man. So we Kevin, all us, man, the whole crew, man. We got much love for y'all guys. And you know what? See, it's like y'all twins, but y'all understand the business of uniting. You know what I mean? It's like it's a natural thing because y'all twins.
Yes, sir.
But see, that's how we supposed to be, whether we twins or not, in the eyes of the Most High. All the men should be standing together to teach the youth the right way so they can stand together and not be killing one another and individual stupid ass thoughts.
True.
You see, if people would look at y'all two and say, damn, they brothers. You know what I mean? They twins and they do everything together. You know?
Right.
It's real simple, man. It shit ain't hard, it's simple. But anyway, okay, Drew. You got it.
Hey, man, I really appreciate that, Rastaman, because you're right. I mean, I was born with this guy, so I don't really have no choice, you know what I'm saying? So that's how we take it, that's how we play it, and God has blessed us, because if I ain't got nobody else in the world, I got 9 brothers and sisters, but this one right here go where I go, and I go where he go, and then we go together. And so for you to say that and see that, I really appreciate that, brother, because that's actually what it's all about. If you don't know what it look like, this is what it look like.
Yeah.
This is what it look like, fellas. Yeah.
From day one that I met y'all brothers, y'all had to find hundreds and shit. And, everybody know y'all was together.
Yeah.
Everybody. See, when you can see that unity, man, that brotherly love. See, God didn't say, love your brother to have sex with your brother. You don't do no shit like that. God, the Most High say, love your brother and be your brother's keeper. Right? So that's what we gotta do, man. And y'all, everything about being a brother's keeper. You know what I'm saying? So this is what we gotta get everybody on this same page so we can unite, man. Quit fighting against one another.
True.
And coming up with stupid ass thoughts and dumb ass shit against one another, man. We got enough shit that's been oppressing us for many years, and then here we are do it to ourselves. Downgrade the black woman, make her look like she ain't shit. Man, we gotta cut that dumb shit out, man. We gotta lift our hands up and give thanks and praise. And not only that, lift our brothers up, lift our sisters up, lift the children up. We gotta lift the community up. We gotta do all those things, man. Hey, bro, I keep talking. I'm through. I'm stopping.
Look, the moral thoughts. And to my chat, to my moderators, great job today. And again, based on what he was talking about, we build this fraternity based on brotherhood. All the people y'all see come to this show, all these people you notice we met, we 61-year-old men, man. And look at all the guys that you guys still talk about that we had the pleasure and ability to run with. You know what I mean? But it was a brotherhood. They opened their doors, they took us in, and all these many years later, we can sit here and talk about it. It's never too late. You know what I mean? There's always hope. And if you guys in the chat room handle each other like I see our chat room, you help each other, you answer questions, y'all making your deals on the back street, and it's well appreciated, man, because I love to see that type of love. That tells me this gang really got hope. We got a chance. But you know how we do it over here. You know what we do.
Beat, man.
Hold on. Let me get it together. Let me get it together.
What's up, fellas? You know what's up.
Y'all know what
That time
it
has
is.
come. The time has come. Congratulations to the chat room for saying such an event. I know you'll be talking about it tomorrow. Thank you for RASTAMAN. RASTAMAN, you already know. You've got the utmost honor. You got the utmost everything coming from the twins, man. From when we came up from the beginning, you was right there with us, man. Like I said, if one for Ohio Cash set me on that pace thing, I don't know where I would have been, man, because he said your name. When he said that name, I took a hold of what he was saying, man, and I used it, and it did work. So you are my receipt. You're my receipt to tell I just said this to them. You're my receipt, and I really thank you for it, and you're a big receipt. So everybody, let's come together here. You know what I'm saying?
We're gonna rock the bells, baby.
Rock them bells, baby.
You know how we usually do it? One second. You know how I do it? Hold on. I'm gonna drop the beat, ho. Here we go, baby.
Come on. Yeah. We come to the end, fellas. Next stop is the parking lot. I'm gonna say, Brother Boone, and hang around and ask any questions after the show. We be in the parking lot. Let him know how we hang out in the parking lot. So if he hangs around a little bit, give us a chance to ask him more questions and kick the bullshit with him. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy some time out with him. So I'll meet y'all in the parking lot. Until then, you already know what we do. What do we do? What do we always do?
Always scratch and win. Yeah.
Peace. Love y'all.
Peace out. See you in the parking lot. Oh, wait a minute. It's Tuesday. Man, wait a minute. I mean, I'm hanging out with y'all all night. You better get it in.
It is a weekday. Lady Stone, guys. We're going to end the show with Lady Stone. Lady Stone.